Hello, everybody. Welcome to, I think, episode 13 of Keep on the Borderlands, a Torchbearer role-playing game, super fun extravaganza of suffering and friendship. So I'm Eric. I'm Eric, your host and game master, and I'm doing great. I went to the zoo yesterday, so I'm in I'm in a great mood. Virgil, what's up with you?
Oh gosh, I have not been to a zoo in like decades. Quite literally, I think. I should. There's a bunch of good zoos around here. I should go. I mean, I guess I've been to some petting zoos, but nothing exotic. I'm doing well though. Just been hanging, playing my music. I'm super excited to try to get rid of some of these brutal conditions that I have stacked up on me. But that's okay. My belief is that I'm a true adventurer. Elves are made of sterner stuff. And I will be playing my elven character today. We're not swapping around yet. Cadence Serenadalin, whose goal today is to get to a safe place to camp. I mean, I could put "or die trying" on there, and it'd be fairly accurate.
I mean, is that implied in all goals, right?
Yeah, yes. My instinct, don't run out of food, always take an opportunity to forage. Let's hear about you, Epi.
I'm doing good, I think. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. So is Basil, although he's hungry, thirsty, and exhausted. So I take it back. He's not doing well. I mean, he's no Cadence at the moment, but staring down a deep, dark well in Torchbearer when you got that many conditions on you. Currently, the belief is the Lords of Light have need of my services, so I shall serve. My new goal is, I don't know if this is a good one or not, but my new goal is return Sirica wholly to the authorities. Said people are nodding a little bit.
Nice.
That doesn't seem all right. And my instinct is winning camp, help out our most sick. How about you, Sean? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a real fun weekend of playtesting this last weekend, doing lots of Agon playtesting, which was good times. Bryn is not doing so well. She's hungry, thirsty, exhausted, and injured. She's in a bad way herself. Her belief has changed. It is how to tell if a human is lying is when they open their mouth. And her goal is we'll deliver Sirica to justice by one way or another. And her instinct is at rest, repair, or damaged gear. Notable that I have a named grudge against Sirica. Yeah, so this should be fun. A tired, injured dwarf who just had like one too many humans lie to her, and yeah, that'll be good stuff. How about you, Sage? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. My daughter has decided she's super into Frozen and comic books, so we're having a great time.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, and I bought a minivan, which is I'm feeling very parenty at the moment. But Linus is doing. I'm actually going to say, compared to everybody else, relatively well. He is only hungry and exhausted, right up there with Basil in the not suffering too badly category.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to go a little out of order and go straight to his goal because it's related to how awful everybody's doing. Goal: I cannot lose a friend. Save Cadence. I am kind of worried I'm not going to succeed in that goal, but yeah, it's the implied or die trying. His belief stays the same. I can find allies within the creatures of the cave. Some of the creatures here are like me. And instinct. I'm going to use this instinct one of these sessions. When in camp, make a map. And I think that's it. Back to you, Eric.
Yeah, cool.
I was about to say, like, oh no, we forgot another person.
No.
It is back to you, Eric.
No, you're all good, man.
Yeah, and here's Eric for today's weather.
It's balmy in the caves of chaos.
Today, smooth 66.6 degrees. Yeah, so let's do. Thank you for all the amazing introductions. Let's just go. Kraken, who wants to recover a condition this week? And give us the prologue.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
that's okay
go
with
for
you
it.
guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're eligible.
I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think I have 4 conditions. So we were in the caves and had successfully gotten rid of our torturing adversary at the end of the previous session. And so our goal was to escape with our lives. But on the way out, Sirica and her acolytes turned out to really be like some thugs that decided they were going to they were just going to rob us and kill us, right? And like leave us in the old caves. That was the general plan.
Oh, I think they wanted to like sacrifice us to their dark god, or at least Sirica did. She seemed to want to turn us into zombie bits.
Yeah, and we were not happy about that, and so we decided that we should,
terribly happy.
Bash them with our shields a few times, shoot a few holes in Sirica, and tie them up. But I mean, that went okay. But then they were like struggling, and there was still like dozens of wolves and zombies after us. With some quick thinking, Linus cast some spells to disperse some of them, and we managed to barely leg it out of there with them right on our heels. And I don't know if they're allowed to leave the caves. They might turn into dust in the sunlight or something. And I think it was afternoon when we stepped into the brightness from the pitch black cave, because we were out of food, out of torches, out of wine. We're out of our minds, if you ask me.
Yeah, life is rough right now.
And yeah, we're ready to go, right? I mean, that was it. It was straightforward when you think about what actually happened, but it was very tumultuous during the period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Bryn feels pretty bad for part of that because she was the one that said, we left Sirica to fight for our own. We should go back and help them. Yep.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe we shouldn't have.
So you start at the bottom, right? Hungry, thirsty goes away. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have a recovery handout as well. It's called the grind and recovery list. That gives you the order. Obviously, the first one is dead, but you can't really recover that. It's hungry and thirsty.
Yeah.
Is that the first one you have to recover?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one you have to try.
Good luck.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. And great. Yeah, so it's like as you were saying perfectly, it is the afternoon. Probably the only piece of the only great news of the previous morning and events that transpired. What is everyone's plans here? Sirka is your prisoner.
She's bound, right? We've got her.
Yeah, she was a bit full of vitriol, but I think the others were not quite so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't seem exactly happy. Both Circa and I are injured from the fight. We took some pretty brutal blows. Like Bran is like propping herself up like on a rock and looking at her companions and says, we should camp and keep guard. That none of them try to run off while we're not paying attention. We know the way that Oog took us, and that might be safe. And then she like has this real like I hate. She sighs, and like you can see like it's very dwarfy about her because like her whole face kind of like compresses, as you can tell she's really unhappy about saying this. And she says, but the proof that Sirka has betrayed all of the people at the keep is in that book back in the torturer's room.
She smiles, but with a blood, like dried blood on her.
And what's the thing that stands between us are the wolves, right? And
some undead.
I think there were
whatever undead.
Well,
and
there
some
was
zombos.
Yeah. They were all zombies. Some wolf zombies, some human zombies,
right?
Bipedal zombies.
Well, was the mark that she had, was that like she hadn't like showed that to other people other than Basil, right? Like, was she hiding that? I can't remember.
Yeah, but you knew about it. You knew that there was something off about it like 4 sessions ago from camp when you were hiding out in the middle of nowhere, like in the like looking at people at camp. You know, you watched her pray a little bit, and you knew there's something finicky about it. But yeah, no, she
someone wrote us a letter not to trust.
Yeah.
That was a friend of Linus's.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was gonna say friend in like quotation marks, but no, actually, yeah, Linus really only has like friends.
So I'll just be like, "Oh, you're injured. I think that's plenty. She's assaulted you. Drag her back. Order the injuries. Done deal."
Would that work in Elflands?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Elven law.
Like, well,
because it won't work in human lands. She's part of the keep. They're gonna trust her over us. She's gonna walk away, if we let her walk. That is. Yeah. And Bryn's like, why don't we, start getting ready? Like, obviously we don't have to solve this problem immediately, but she like really slowly like starts. Are we? Eric, what's the space around us like? Like, is this a safe place, or are we just right at the mouth of the cave and we got zombos?
No. You guys are in a safe place. I imagine. Yeah, you guys went up to where you kind of like previously camped, so you're kind of like up on the rocky escarpment, like that. So if to your backs, like if we're looking at the camera, and to your backs is sort of down into the gulch where the kobolds traps and things were, and off to our left of the camera. You can kind of like see the entrance to this cave with the red stone. So yeah, you guys you're in the safe spot.
Yeah, I think we camped up on this high ground.
Yeah,
I think we did
exactly.
too, yeah.
That's basically where I imagine you guys are walking back to.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Sirka's been really curious about whether or not like you're going to just kill them, or if you're going to actually bring them to face justice.
I'm I just like look at Linus and I'm like, Linus, these are not our friends. And I'm just gonna like turn and walk away.
Linus has got a lot to digest there, because I was about to do some like Mr. Rogers, like everybody's a neighbor, we just haven't met yet stuff, but Linus has seen stuff. He's probably got to make a call about where friendship, like presumed friendship, ends.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe it's when they try to kill you and turn you into a zombie. That seems like a line.
Okay,
that seems like a good line.
That was that was a pretty clear like try to kill us. There wasn't a whole lot of like potential excuses for like
They stabbed Bryn.
Yeah.
You have to realize Linus is a wizard's apprentice, so he's probably had closer people do worse.
Yeah. He's like, I mean, come on. Who doesn't get stabbed in their first ritual? Like,
Right.
Happens to all of us, right? I wasn't the only one they stabbed. I think that's a great scene, and it totally sinks in with Linus that like he can't just assume the best in everybody all the time, but he still kind of wants to.
Right.
Okay, so I have, 3 big old checks. So I can spend one for us to camp, right?
No. You have to have at least one for us to camp, and then once we camp, you get all 3 of them. It doesn't cost any to camp, but we have to have at least one in the party.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to like spend something to find camp.
You have to spend something to take a camp action.
Oh, so there'd be no point in making camp if you didn't have, right?
Yeah. Well, we have some camp instincts that are free.
Yeah.
But before we make camp,
we should.
If we're going to go back for that tome, I think we should do it now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you guys, when we ended our session, the grind ticked over. You have a full grind to play with if you want.
Well, I mean, we have less than a full grind because we need to camp before it ticks over again.
Yeah,
because I think we're out of food. And
Cadence is no longer hungry and thirsty.
Like, we really don't want to let it actually click over, and just because the grind isn't ticking or isn't ticking over doesn't mean we're not going to get more conditions, and we're in pretty bad shape.
It's true.
I feel like if we're going to do things before the grind ticks, they need to be mostly about setting us up to recover once we camp. Or
not going on deadly perilous missions to sneak back into the caves and get a book.
Yeah, because I can hear that option being discussed.
Bryn's discussing it.
Yeah, I'm generally anti that option. Yeah.
So it's not a thing yet. This isn't to trigger a roll or anything like that. But Sirica has definitely been kind of trying to point out to you all that they're just ahead of the curve here, and that the garrison's going to turn you guys over and make you guys into villains as soon as they can. They're like, they didn't really have a choice here. They wanted you to join up, but
she's saying that the garrison wanted us to join. Hold on.
No, that's not saying that the garrison wants you to join up. She's saying that she didn't really feel like they had much of a choice. She wanted you to join up with Chaos. But don't. She's kind of cynically pointing out that don't necessarily think that everything's gonna be fine if you bring me back to camp. And she's trying to talk bad about the
every once in a while. I like
to dissuade you about trusting the garrison.
Yeah, I agree with her every once in a while. She's got a good point.
Yeah. If we bring her back to camp without proof, it's going to be her word against ours. And either we get that book or we don't bring her back to camp.
Sounds like it's going to be hard to get that book. It's also going to be hard to bring her back to camp.
You're
very tired and quite averse to hard work. Maybe we can find a way to avoid these storms.
Yeah, she says one thing to you, and she says, your one undelivered promise from becoming the next fox with feathers. which was the mercenary company from before.
Right.
That you
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
crunch.
I have a plan, which is in the future, after we're done camping, I'll just sit down with Sirica and we'll pray and we'll see whether the gods tell me that she should die there or be returned to
Do
authority.
you mention this? Because I was
that's how I'm discussing it. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
I'm like,
you
well, that's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
who else to ask besides the holy gods above in the heavens?
they have not steered me wrong yet.
They'll still sing the truth to us, right?
it's not the god's decision what happens to her. It's ours. And anything she says is for her own gain. And right now, Basil is trying to size up which one of you will murder her in her sleep.
Yeah.
And she's really trying to figure that out. And she thinks it's Cadence. She's pretty certain the Cadence will just slit her throat.
I think honestly, if it's possible, I think Sirica has already pegged Cadence as the one who's going to kill her as well. Like looking at it, it's like
I like the idea
she's
that
like,
both of us are like,
you
both of us are
daggers.
your
It's like
Cadence.
I don't know
You
why you're
know
looking
what?
at me. You're not the one who's going to kill me in my sleep. We all know it's going to be the elf. Like real.
And straight up, I'm just like,
I'm like, oh, Basil, you have my knife.
Mm.
Might need that later.
Yeah, no,
Like-
yeah. In case you need it tonight.
and I will take it back.
Yeah, like she is in pain, but like her wits are about her, and she's remarkably calm and cool with the circumstances. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? She made a play, and it backfired.
Yeah,
and
but
she
she's not backing
she
down
admits
from
it. Yeah, no, but like she's not like trying to break free or anything like that. She's like, yeah. I mean, I tried. Well played. Yeah, you guys are pretty good, but like, don't let this go to your head. Like, you will be turned into the next me as soon as you fuck up with the garrison. I was just trying to hedge my own bets here, for my own situation, and you win some, you lose some. But anyways, enough. Like, yeah, we gotta get through camping. So
Yeah, we should just
Yeah.
So it sounds like we are not of the inclination to go back and get the
yeah,
proof.
you guys are fucking. Not my
Okay,
problem.
At
so
least
to be
not right
fair,
away. I
like,
could be convinced to do it later. Sorry.
Yeah.
Linus is not inclined to do it. As a player, I actually think it sounds like a great time, and we're all going to die. But I'm down for that. So like, it doesn't take a whole lot of convincing for me to go along with it in character. Like, I'd rather we have a fun time than. But yeah.
Right. So you just need an excuse for Linus to.
Right.
Yeah, like give
Yeah,
it a little bit of an excuse or something.
Right. Well, I have one that I can offer up, which is that,
Yeah.
like, I want to have a little short like conversation with Linus, and I say, and I think I want to pull him aside because I feel like Bryn and Linus have had this connection.
Yeah.
And she like steps up on a little stone, so she's about Linus's height, a little rock,
Uh-huh.
and then she like puts her like a little hand on your shoulder, and she says, "Wizard, we have two," and she like, first calls you wizard, and then she's like, "Friend,
Oh, right here.
we have two choices. We either go back and get that proof," and she looks over at Cadence and she says, "or we have to kill her before we take them, or we have to kill them here. If we set them free, they'll slit our throats in the night. If we take them back, the garrison will believe them.
And you can
I know
see,
you didn't want to hurt them, but
Yeah.
those are only two choices."
And you can see Linus doing the mental math on like, oh man, if we're in a fight here, Cadence might die. I do not want Cadence to die. I think I would actually take our odds of not being in a fight in the cave. So yeah, you totally win him over. And he's like, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's. And like he has this moment of like trying to put on a brave face. Like, yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
I'm in.
Cool. We need at least somebody to stay back here and watch them, so I don't think all of us can go. But maybe Caden should stay back here and watch
Do
them.
we really want to split the party? I don't know.
Well,
That burns
not
it
gonna
twice
stay
as fast, right?
what's that?
That burns the
It does.
rounds twice as fast.
Yeah. But I don't know that the party at the back needs to take any actions. Like, it's not like we need to both be doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot believe I'm suggesting this. It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm.
I mean, you could. You guys know Cadence. You'd be like, we didn't get very much treasure. Like, maybe we should go back in.
Maybe we should go right there and get the treasure.
I mean, I'm down for going back in. We can try and tie them up. I have a belt made of the gold sashes of the church that I left.
I love it.
Which I'm willing to use to like tie there's 3 of them, right? There's 2 thugs in Sirica. You know, tie them around a tree, cartoon style, which they're clearly going to get out of. But it'll give me an excuse to walk around with like my robes open a little bit further.
This is like the fox and the goat and the sheep and the fox. Like, we leave them. If we return without them, we're there's no way we're gonna convict them. If we return without the book, and if we leave to go get the book, they're gonna escape. Like,
wait, there might be an answer in that riddle. It's not a good one, but can we shove them somewhere with the undead just on the other side and just use the undead to guard them?
No, because the undead will follow her. She's a priest of chaos.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, no. She was commanding the undead.
That's why you can't put Sirica and a zombie on a boat at the same time. I forgot.
Because they'll take over the boat.
Yeah. Right. All right. No, I was never good with those riddles.
You have a scorpion, a zombie, and Sirica.
Actually,
All right.
Sirica eats scorpions, and
So
are we going to just straight up go back, or do we make camp first and then like go back in?
I mean, we could make camp and then go back in when we're in slightly better repair. Yeah, that probably makes more sense.
All right. Let's do that. Let's,
right.
when in doubt, take a nap.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to do any like preliminary camp shit, or are we just going into the camp phase?
I mean, I kind of
Let's find water.
I'm gonna forage for food before we get to camp.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the things you can do in finding camp is find a camp that has water, so we can all get rid of hungry and thirsty by drinking.
Yeah.
That's like
and that's a survivalist roll. I got a 4 survivalist, so. But I'm looking to fail 3 times, so I can have a 5.
Fair warning.
Yeah, just so you know.
fair warning. I don't mind failing this.
Yeah, my survival is on 2.
Just as a general like level of climate, you know that finding fresh water around the caves of chaos within this place is more difficult than usual, right?
Right.
Like you guys would all know that.
I've foraged around here, I think 3 times.
Yeah. But you haven't found water.
I don't know if it's worked any of the
I was gonna
time.
say, has it worked? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think so. But now I must be getting really good at identifying what's not edible.
Well, I think amongst the many of us, there is exactly 1 ration sitting around, which we can try and cook into enough food for all of us. But then that takes one of our checks for camp. If instead we forage and find some food now, we don't have to use the check to cook.
And I would like to create at least 1 poultice for somebody here, because that will help out with injured and sick conditions and exhausted conditions.
Yeah, it helps out with all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And with my exhausted, I'm at a -1.
I think you have to make a specific poultice for
Yeah,
a specific
yeah.
condition, but yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to decide. Like, it might be smarter for me to get a poultice for my own exhausted condition to remove that, so I'm not.
You can do good.
So you're in a better spot to help others.
Oh God, but it's so horrible. I have that health of 2.
Real bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't succeed at anything right now unless I get some sixes.
Right.
Well, we can succeed and just get more conditions.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, but I think what do we want to try and do? We want to try and get food. Do we want to try and make a poultice? I'm open to any of those things.
Yeah.
I think we should try one or two and then make camp and not.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be nice for me to do it because it is my instinct, and if I actually miraculously found some food, I would,
What is your instinct?
Yeah.
don't run out of food. Always take an opportunity to forage.
Oh,
Yeah,
then that
20.
doesn't count as a turn.
Yeah, it doesn't count as turn. Go for it.
Just do it.
Okay, so it's a survival. Is that right, or is it? Yeah. Or is it?
Is it hunting?
Pathfinder?
What are you looking?
Scavenger?
Yeah.
Scavenging for food is definitely scavenger.
Mm-hmm.
The question that I wanted to know though is
that's-
how much were you trying to grab? Are you trying to grab enough for one person, like fresh rations for one person,
Definitely
or for the whole
whatever
party?
The easiest thing I can do.
Yeah, it's one
Um,
portion.
I'm still learning this too. That's even better.
Of
Um.
course you are.
So, nice. Sure. So
I think this is why it has not been successful thus far.
yeah. What do you?
Yeah.
What do you?
There
What do you
might be
do? You,
reasons.
do you put one in? Wait. You put. What is it? Nature. What do you
Right.
roll when you're trying to learn it?
So you have two options, Virgil. You're trying to learn it. You said you're trying to learn it.
Yeah, I have one
you-
failure.
You use the root of the skill, which probably doesn't help you. The root of the
Well,
skill. I'll
It's
tell you
gonna
here.
be
Scavenger
nature-
is health.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or-
If you want to learn a skill, you must roll with the base of the skill and the root of the skill, dividing it by 2 to learn the skill. If you do not want to learn the skill and you would rather gun for success, you could just use your nature instead. Those are the two methods if you do not have a skill and you want to approach doing something.
Okay.
And because you've indicated you want to learn it, so I'm telling you Scavenger is rooted in health. And so you'd be rolling half of your health, half plus supplies, plus help, plus your trait and persona. Full. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah. So, do you want help on?
You are all right. So we're committing to you foraging. So
yeah,
just so you know,
4 goes down to 2
right?
for my
Well,
skill.
let me also just tell you the ob first, because before you do your pool, you should probably know what the obstacle is, so you can adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
So factors: 1 forage, 2 because you're in a forest, but it's corrupted, so it's an additional 1. So we're looking at ob 3.
Okay.
It's the same as foraging in a swamp, if that makes you feel better.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
Consolation.
I don't think I have any supplies that would help me do this.
You could probably use your curious trait.
Yeah.
As you're digging around for things like, I wonder if that's edible.
Oh yeah, I can use that for 1 dice per session, right?
Yeah.
So that's-
And people can help you if you want it.
yeah, just do whatever.
Can we, if it's an instinct?
No, we cannot. Never mind. You're right.
Okay, so that's 1,
Right.
which is grand. And I mean, I don't have a shovel for digging or anything. Nothing's gonna help.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not.
Hold on. Cadence is angry. You can't use traits.
Yeah.
really?
Or benefits wise is to you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can't use curious.
Okay, so
Yeah. Specifically, you can't use wises or traits beneficial traits.
Right. You can use them against you. You can have curious backfire if you want, but you can't. And we can help you if we have a nature descriptor that matches, or if we have an instinct that matches.
Right. Yeah.
Bryn's instinct definitely does
Well,
not. It's
You could also waive it being an instinct and just accrue a check on the grind.
yeah. And then we could all help you. Because everybody can help when someone's untrained.
that might be worth it because
yeah, That might be a better idea.
You're looking at an empty grind clock right now.
Only
But
right now.
but
though.
instincts are so sweet, and this is an easy way to get a sweet fate point at the end.
Yeah.
Do your player calculus, Virgil.
Okay,
what
so
is
I can't use
what is
my
best in
trigger or any
life?
of my wises. So I'm down to just like rolling 2 dice to get 3 successes.
Yep.
So any
You
other
could
way
spend persona, but it doesn't look like you've got a ton of it.
I just have the 1. I'm oh gosh. I mean, I'm good at rolling dice, but I don't think I'm this good.
You're gonna find like the only good pumpkin in the forest.
I might. And the one
Delicious
squash, yeah.
The only one that's not actually the head of a headless horseman. Yeah,
Yeah.
be great.
Sure. I think I'll just do it as a skill then, not an instinct, so that I can get help. So that we have some food. I think that sounds good, right? Just do something good and try to do it well. Yeah, why don't you guys help me out? I'm like,
All right.
I mean,
There's got to be a pumpkin around here
situation's right
somewhere.
right now.
All right. So we're looking under rocks for mushrooms and
Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna use the ogre helmet vomit. Or, sorry, ogre vomit helmet to dig into things.
yeah.
See if there's any
And I'll
bugs
be like,
or worms.
Oh, and none for you lot unless you pitch in.
and see if I can get the acolyte thugs to help as
well,
well.
we have them tied up. Let's not untie
let's
them.
not untie them.
No, we're not.
Well, I was just going to use them as extra eyes, but if you guys it's fine.
If you see a bunny hop by, let us know, but quietly.
So that's 3. I'm going to lose a success right away.
Why
And
are we
then
trying
the ob
this?
is going to go
Okay.
by 1, right?
Oh yeah, don't forget you're exhausted, so it's actually
Yeah.
an op
4.
4.
Uh,
Thank you, I forgot about that.
so I impossibly need 5 successes on this.
No, you need 4 successes.
Well, you got them.
No,
Yeah.
no dice.
You got
That's
none of them.
So-
I'm sorry. I meant you got none of
Right,
them.
so you're injured, so you're subtracting a die anyways. You're exhausted, so it's a factor in the test. Okay, yep, that's a 0, everybody. That's 0 successes, and you weren't able to get a
No
wise.
6s.
You don't have it. You can't use wises beneficially here. This
Yeah.
was everybody helping, right?
Oh God.
And this
Why
was
didn't we just make camp?
And none of you said you were helping with wises.
No.
Nope.
Nope. We described ourselves helping as helping, right? We described ourselves.
This mushroom looks perfectly fine.
Actually, mushrooms are almost all edible. You can
Yeah.
just eat them.
Yeah.
What I'm pretty
All
sure.
mushrooms
Yeah.
incredible.
That's exactly what Cadence says is as you all get sick eating toxic mushrooms.
Oh.
No, I think everyone gets a sick condition from
Jesus.
Oh,
Cool.
we really
yeah
gotta
from trying things that could be forageable.
Cool.
But
we get food.
Yeah, you you do find at least one that is good, but
Yeah.
it wasn't great. Yeah, I think everybody's.
So
When you get a condition, you succeed.
Yeah.
right.
You just.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yep.
But you mark
Perfect.
it as a failure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You get your object. You fail the roll. You get the condition and plow through.
All right. Because of the way the fiction is falling out, does that mean that we have then ingested food? Like, do we lose our hungry, thirsty, but gain the sick condition? Or
That sounds fair.
is that something that we're just waiting to...
And that
to make
sounds
the
like
meal.
what happened, but
That sounds very reasonable. Actually, I like that idea. That as you guys were so hungry foraging around that you were eating food, but then yet you got sick instead.
Yeah.
That sounds
Really
actually really good. Thanks for that suggestion. Yeah.
all right.
So yeah,
then.
we traded.
I just kept waiting for someone to say, that sounds really good, but no, that's not how rules work.
Well,
I mean,
It's
No,
true. Rules wise, we only got 1 ration, but
right.
But
I do
everybody
think
experimenting around. Yeah.
all of us eating random mushrooms. Fantastic. So we're all mega messed up right now.
Well, can you describe the sickness? Like, are
Wretched
things
vomiting?
leaving our body?
Yeah.
In which direction?
The way they came.
Okay, they came back the
Well,
way.
it's good. I've got a helmet for that.
Right.
That the ogre
right.
was previously using.
Right.
All right. That sounds wonderful. Okay, what does this do?
Yeah. You guys are pretty low. Let me advance the grind as well. That's a really, really unfortunate test, my friend.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't actually have any chance. That was just us throwing that away. But you got to check. You got a failure. So
Would let me check what prayers they have. Because it might be at this lowest of the low, Sirica might suggest they could help you. Yeah, like aren't there spells that can reduce?
Oh yes. I mean,
I think there's
conditions?
spells to get rid of every condition. The
Yeah.
clerical spells to get rid of every condition.
but like it's that thing where
Yeah.
each condition has its own spell, so the the chances of them having.
I mean, they wouldn't have the one that's removes sick.
Right. Presumably, when we camp, they could pray for it.
Yeah, they could.
But
Yeah.
I could pray. I could
I
pray.
could
Yeah. I think they will. I think I think Sirica would, as you guys are back to like, if you do like, if there's a point where when you get back to camp, all sick, vomiting, retching.
yeah.
We're gonna have
She
to
would say like,
we're gonna have to dig this latrine a lot deeper, everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was one tick.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just want to camp now, or should I try and get a poultice to remove? Oh God, I think I can make one.
What's the easiest poultice to make? Out of curiosity, because we got all the conditions, so anything would probably be helpful.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't have the PDF open right now.
I'm looking.
I
don't
used
know,
to have
is
it.
this in
It's
the
under
forbidden
healer.
section.
It's under healer in the back, near the back of the book, where all of the factors are.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I don't have the page bookmarked.
I'm a player, so I don't look in the back of the book.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't go for spoilers.
Sure.
Thanos did it.
Here we go. Hunter healer. You want to make a poultice by condition? The easiest one is exhausted.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
That's great.
the one I'd like to make.
You should make 2 of those.
I would like to make 2 of those.
We got 2 more checks. All right.
Okay, so you
Before
you
the
like
light.
No, wait, we're not. These aren't camp checks though. These are the grind, right?
Grind, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Right,
just
we've
confused
got-
for a moment there.
We've got 2 more grind ticks that we can make. 2 more.
Oh, I see.
Right, and I guess you're fictionally positioned enough that that you could probably try to grind these out. That's what you're saying. Not in camp.
Yeah, because we're still.
Yeah, I don't.
looking-
Let's see. There's some things you can only do in camp, like you can only map make in camp. I don't think you can now. You can make supplies in the adventure phase. You do it all the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you can,
I'm cool with it.
I mean, yeah, it seems
What
like
is? I want to know what is Basil's exhausted tonic. Like, what is your poultice?
Right.
Here. What's your wake me up tonic?
Is it just
Oh,
cocaine?
I mean, no.
Is it
I
the
think
meth we got from that we found in the
I think it's.
the crunch?
I think he's really big on topical stuff. So this is going to be
Post
like-
grunge.
poison ivy, poison oak kind of like wake the fuck up.
You're like, yeah, you beat yourself with these stinging nettles.
Yeah.
It really perks you up.
Lawful energy.
But you chew on a leaf of spearmint while you're doing it. That's
Yeah. That's,
Okay. Yeah.
Who's helping? I could get help from alchemy or laborer.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Arcanist.
well, let's make sure we can help because some conditions don't let you help, and we have a lot of conditions.
All right.
Can't practice, learn, or advance. Okay, that's
God.
fine.
God, I'm so close. Every
well.
time I get close.
I do have Alchemist.
You can still get checks. You just can't. You can't learn. You just can't
Mhm.
advance. It doesn't. It just means you have to get unsick before you'll advance.
Yeah.
Afraid is can't help. Okay, I don't think any of us. Amazingly, we should be. We should be all
Yeah.
terrified. We're all about to die. I'm afraid. Sean's got the afraid condition.
That's probably why we're in so much trouble.
I
that we're
don't
not
have
afraid.
anything.
But
Yeah.
Bryn,
Yeah.
Bryn is like dragging her ass around, like stopping her and retching. And she like brings you a pot of like that was supposed to be like boiled water. She's like, crap, I puked in it. Hold on, let me try this again.
No, it's better that way, honestly.
There's nothing but fine, if you want it, here you go. And she's just like, okay,
I
I'm
know
too
how to
tired
work with this.
Like,
It is
I got
fortunate that the gods have blessed us with this raging disease.
things
all
all
right.
started going downhill when we met them. Just looking daggers at Zerika. Yeah, I'll help with labor.
Excellent.
I'll try and get the fire going and heat the water, all that stuff.
Right. So by default, it's an ob 1.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you're exhausted, so it's
2.
ob 2. But I think that's it.
But
I think-
we're breaking up
sick.
the tests at a time
yeah, we have to do them one at a time, right?
because you might use that poultice to recover your exhaustion, which would then change the.
And you
I'm
did
sick.
get my help from Alchemist, right?
Yeah. All right. So
Just make sure you got it in there because for once I
Yeah.
actually have the right skills.
Well, we can't recover right now because recovery only can be done during camp.
Right.
Like we can
Yes.
make 2 poultices, but we couldn't try and make one and then use one until we get to camp.
all right. So I have 1 die from healer after my sick condition.
Oh, okay.
2 helping dice. So I'm gonna burn some fate here.
You mean some persona?
That's what I meant. Thank you.
Hmm.
What's my max on that? 3?
Up to 3. 3 persona for 3 dice.
And what's my ob again? My ob is 2?
2.
All right, I'm gonna burn 2.
The mighty persona deeds from my great axe spend 2.
Yeah.
This little spearmint thing will wake you up.
All right, here we go.
We're counting
This
on
one's
you.
for all the cookies. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey, there's some 6s there.
Yeah. And unless you want to spend the fate to spend it, there's no point in blowing it up.
Yeah, there's no like graduated
No,
success
okay.
on either. On
Then
this
never
one.
mind. We've got 2 of them.
No, you've got 1. You
Oh,
have,
I
to,
thought-
you have to make them one at a time. Sorry.
Oh, so we're
Yeah.
doing twice. Oh shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I mean, we don't have to make a second one. You can say forget it.
Yeah, you can make a different poultice if you would like.
Right.
Or
Or you-
do something else.
Yeah, or we could just camp.
Let's try for 1 more. Push our luck,
Okay.
he says quietly as he gently reaches out to type in what needs to
All
be
right.
rolled.
Bryn will help again.
Yeah.
5 dice.
I'm not going to roll as many now, though, because, well, I burn at least 1 persona. I'm running out of it. Here we go. Perfect.
Hey.
Nice.
Good job.
And because I'm foolhardy, we can. No, I'm not.
All right. Cool.
All right. Yeah. I'm ready for camp. Look what I found. It's just crap dripping from my hands. no,
that looks
no
nice.
indication what it's good for.
Was it? You're gonna rub that all over our bodies, I guess.
Well, not all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah. Run all over.
Pretty much all over.
Yeah. Only on the affected areas.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, let's roll to see how the camp is. I don't think we're making a survivalist test to try and do anything. We're just
No.
taking our chances with camp.
Well, don't we get a free survivalist test just for making the camp?
Nope.
No, you would have to expend a check
Yeah.
to do that.
You used to
Got it.
have a instinct that did that.
Right.
You used to that used to
That's
be your
what it
instinct
was.
when we first
I was
started.
so used to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Let me roll the event.
I'm sure it's going to be bees.
Bees
I mean,
bring
only-
you fresh
only good-
honey from their hive.
Only good things happen at camp. I'm sure it's going to be more good stuff.
Yeah. There's camp results of like monsters chase you off, lose all your checks, no camp, deal with monster in your face.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Speaking of which, nothing surprising happens. Enjoy your camp phase.
I mean, that's fairly surprising, actually, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I love a game where nothing surprising happens.
All right. Well, we should probably. We should use our instincts.
Yeah.
But before we use our instincts, people should try and recover exhausted, and use a couple checks. They're all Cadence's checks. Cadence, you're gonna have to doll them out. But you should definitely have a couple people try and recover exhausted. Good thing to know is that your conditions do not affect any recovery rolls. So sick, injured, none of those affect recovery.
So I have 3 checks,
Yep.
but I also am a level 2 elf, so I'm a wilder, and I get a bonus action during camp phase.
Sweet.
So everyone can get an action.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I would sure like to.
Gunning for that work. Gunning for that workhorse, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to try to recover something.
All right, so I'm giving you guys out all my checks.
So I got 2 poultices. Now, to recover my exhausted is an odd 3, and I have a 2 in health. So I'm going to use one of these poultices. Who else needs one? Poultices.
We all do.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna try to recover angry, I think, because it's easy.
Well, who's got the low health?
That would almost certainly be me.
It's definitely gonna be Linus.
That would
Bryn's
be
got a 5.
Actually, that's a good thing to look for because I can't get rid of my exhausted unless I have help.
Yeah. All right. So here's the poultice.
Okay. And the poultice is a bonus
Plus 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's counts as supplies.
Okay, moving in the right direction at least.
Yep. And you can spend for Fate and Persona normally you can use traits, but people can't help on recovery.
Okay.
Now, I have an instinct that says when in camp, help out our most sick.
Does that mean he could help me on my roll? Because then I could try to do exhausted.
You cannot help with recovery rolls.
Oh, you can't. But I
Cannot.
So there's no healer roll in
No,
camp?
That's
Healer-
effectively making another poultice.
Okay,
No.
all right, got it.
A healer test to recover injured or sick is a skill check that is not recovery.
Yeah.
It behaves
okay.
like it, but it operates outside of the normal norms of recovery. Because normally you would have to recover in correct order. In recovery order.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so this would be okay.
So you can
this is
you can jump the line by using one of your checks in camp by using the healer test. And I have to look up the obs for you, but to recover injured and sick, there's an actual target number for healer, and you can use that instead of the waiting for recovery list to just get rid of those 2 ones.
Right.
and the deal is before we all make our recovery and use up all our checks, I should make
Yes.
that check
Yeah. But you should get unexhausted first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why don't you try and recover from your
All right,
exhaustion?
I'll do that.
Then
Yeah.
someone else can use a check. Then you can go back and use your instinct because you can't do 2
Yeah,
things
here
in
you
a row.
go. Yeah. I found the obs just so you know.
Yeah.
And
let's hear it.
injured is ob 3 and sick is ob 4.
Okay, we'll be doing an injured.
So we've got a couple. Who's injured? I'm injured,
Conditions, it lists the ob to recover each of them.
but that's different
but that's
than the healer
independent than
check.
healer.
Oh, sorry, then the healer check. Okay, I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about the. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Right.
All right, and what's the persona deal here? Oh God.
So now this, because it's a skill
I-
check, people can help you with.
Well, no, this is
No,
me
first-
just recovering right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think we should all take a turn to see how we do before.
We can't all do it.
No,
'Cause-
because then we'll run out of checks and
We don't have
can't
enough checks.
Yeah.
Let's parse it so we do like spend a check, do as many instincts as we can. Spend a check, do as many instincts as we can. The only reason I want Basil to spend a check right now is just so that he can get unexhausted before trying these things.
All right, so 2, 4. Okay, here we go. This is grim.
I got faith in you, Basil. The gods have faith in you.
All right.
You can wake up.
I keep forgetting that the first thing you put in is.
That's
Man.
very appropriate, I think, for Basil. The gods have faith in you rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which gods though?
Yeah, that's the big question. All right, here we go.
Come on.
Was it?
They
Ob
just
3?
no. They all just believe he exists, Eric.
It's Ob 3.
Come on.
Oh, son of a poop!
No 6.
This was for you to recover being exhausted.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny. You didn't use any traits, right?
No, I didn't. I should have used traits. That's dumb of me.
No. I'm gonna let the failure stand as no. You're not able to recover being exhausted.
God damn it! I'm so angry. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I was thinking about converting it to being you recover it, but you gain angry instead.
Yeah,
but
you
I
gain
think,
angry.
but I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
You now if you can tie this into bandit wise, you could spend a persona and reroll those. Why does this still work and you're not?
Oh, well, I mean, I can always tie it into bandit wise because I was a bandit.
I mean, the way you describe this thing seems like the kind of thing that bandits use down the road. I wasn't just saying that like facetiously. I legit think you can tie this in. And,
Yeah.
and use that.
What do I spend on the bandit wise?
Either one fate to reroll one die, or one persona to reroll all failed dice.
Yeah.
In this case, you have 2 failed dice. So
Probably the persona.
I would probably spend the persona if you have it, because
Oh, here's the thing about bandits being on the run.
here's the thing.
They know how to take naps, like little micro naps that they convince each other
Soon as the
actually
boss.
work, despite the fact that all of the science on it says that that's bullshit.
Yeah. Who knew the six habits of highly effective bandits?
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So that's a persona, and I'm going to roll 2, right?
They pioneered the Pomodoro technique.
Is this the Jack Donaghy method of I don't sleep, I take 300 micro naps throughout the day? I just took one. I just took another.
Yes.
All I can think of is
Hey,
There
you
we
got
go.
Yes.
Whew.
Oh goodness. Thank goodness.
All right. Running thin here. Excellent. Then somebody else has to recover, and then I'm going to try and recover somebody's injured condition.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone else can do anything. We could spend.
Oh,
we
yeah.
could use one of our instincts. We don't have to do the recovery.
That's true. Yeah.
But I do have to get rid of angry first, right? You go like down the
Mhm.
list.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't.
So
Actually, no. You have to go in recovery order. I don't know what that is. Let me just pull it up. It's not the same as
what
grind order. It's hungry, thirsty, angry. Yeah, angry is the next one you have to do.
All right.
Okay.
So here, I just made 4 check markers. Currently, who all has checks? Is just Cadence have like 4?
Cadence
thing?
has 4.
yeah. Well, one of them is like a fake check.
One's
Bonus
from
action.
being a second level
Okay.
elf.
So I have to
Mhm.
use that before the end of camp.
Before the
Yeah.
last.
So
I need to get
I've color coded it to make a quote unquote blue fake check. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you just donated 1 check to Basil, right?
Yeah.
For the recovery one. Okay, so now there are 2 donatable checks left, and then your Wilder check left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and use my
just
Wilder.
for
I'm going to
trying to-
spend that on this good. What was it? Will? Yeah, will test. Okay, so let's math this out here. I lose a die for being.
No,
Sick.
injuries do not affect recovery rolls.
Oh, really? But
And
not
they
recovery.
Exhausted, injured, sick, none of those. It's just you roll that thing. It's the only thing that they don't affect, because otherwise you'd never freaking recover.
Oh, right. It would break the game.
Pretty much.
Okay, so three dice is what I'm rolling. I don't have any supplies. And we don't help each other on these, right?
I cannot help
No.
on recovery.
We cannot help on recovery.
now.
Um,
Is this
Somebody did bring up on chat that instincts do kind of break rules. Could you help with an instinct? But we already kind of passed that and said
Yeah.
no.
All right.
I'm thinking I'm going to use a persona. Wait, that doesn't go in the help and traits, right? Or am I confused?
You're
Yeah, I
currently recovering angry, correct? Just so everyone knows, right? That's the
Yes.
next one in the recovery order. Okay.
I'm just trying to chill.
Your mic just kind of.
Yeah, I just need to relax, breathe.
So,
Maybe
so you're,
do some
you're rolling
spearmint.
you're rolling 4 dice because your will is 4.
Mhm.
Yeah, only 3.
Right. The exhaustion doesn't factor in on this. Neither does being injured or sick. So you're rolling your 4 straight dice to master your anger here, which I imagine is just you meditating or singing. Maybe that's both for you.
Does anyone
Yeah.
have wine? Does anyone have
I
wine? Because
used
wine
to
gives
have
you
wine.
wine acts as supplies for recovering from angry.
I think we spent that a long time ago.
No, I am going to
Probably.
go ahead and spend
Yeah.
my persona for an extra die.
Pretty sure I spent mine, but I'm going to double check. Yeah, no. I do not have any wine.
And it's
Okay.
2 to get angry, unangry.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an ob 2 to master your anger. Ooh, easy.
Excellent.
All over it.
Excellent.
That was your wilder check being spent,
Yes.
and you are no longer angry.
You could cast a mean eldritch darts there for a second while you're angry. Just
Oh,
you know,
yeah, +1.
shooting Sirica in the face, maybe. Just saying that. Use your hate, Luke. Right. So Basil can make another check now. You
All
can
right.
use your instinct if you want to try and kill
Okay.
someone.
It's another tough one, but what's the worst that can happen? Somebody could die. So it's a ob 3 for a sick test?
No, ob 4 for sick, ob 3 for injured.
Oh yeah,
I do not
injured.
mean to be.
Yeah.
I do not mean to be greedy, but I would love
Yeah.
it if you got my injured because you have
Yeah,
a better
but-
chance. And
All right, I'll go for your injured there. You're the only injured party. That's fine
At the moment.
No, I'm injured as well, I think.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
just. Oh, okay. Well
I'm
then.
injured, sick,
Yeah.
and exhausted still.
Oh, well then.
Poor Cadence.
All right. Yeah, we're in the same boat.
So injured is for everyone else. It's an ob 4 health. So who has the worst odds of getting that?
Me.
Yeah, but you're
Well,
not injured.
I mean, of the
Cadence-
injured party.
Cadence has
Okay.
Cadence has a 4 health and Bryn has a 5. So you could
Okay, God. All right.
Sorry, I'm looking at the recovery for exhausted and thinking the
Yeah.
same thing. Okay.
So I'm gonna try with Cadence then, if that makes sense. Unless, you know what?
All right.
The instinct is also the most sick. Which
Well, we're both the same. We both have exhausted, injured, and sick.
oh wow, you both do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll point out one thing. I have a plan to go back and get the book on my own. I'm gonna sneak in there. I'm gonna grab the book, and I'm gonna do it by every single roll saying, "I'm spending a persona for my grudge against Sirica because I
Oh,
want to
right.
murder her." And so I'm thinking about just being like, "Yes, I'm injured and sick and exhausted and messed up, but I'm gonna just like let the power of dwarven hatred for Sirica guide me through this thing."
Let it flow through you.
So
I like
wait.
how it's the dwarven power, like all dwarves hate Sirica now. It's like a
Yes.
So is that an argument for me helping you? Then is that what you're saying, or? I mean,
I think
I believe in that
I'd love
argument.
to not be -2 dice if it was possible.
Right,
Because right
okay.
now I'm at -2.
All right, I will try and help here. No guarantee this is going to work though.
And
And I am going to. I'm out of persona. But I am touched by the gods, and this is exactly what the gods have set me on this earth to do, which is to help heal an angry dwarf so she can get her grudge against someone I don't like as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Virgil, are you cool with that? I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
mean
no,
to-
totally.
I don't. Mean,
Yeah.
Just,
So
No.
the ob is 3, right? Oh God, I forgot. I'm sick.
You are 6, so
Oh.
you are getting one die off of this.
yeah.
We might not have a chance with this one here.
Wait,
And let's see.
you're not using your
Healer.
instinct here, right? Because you're spending a check on this, right?
No, it's my instinct.
Oh, this is your instinct check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but because this is a check, people can help you. This is not a recovery roll. So folks,
People can only help you if it's an instinct. If you have an
Yeah,
instinct applicable to it, Sean. That's why. That's why I just asked. That's why I
It's
just
not a
asked.
check. Right,
yeah,
right.
It's
I'm
not
so
a
sorry.
check. Yeah.
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. I just got it.
Yeah, you had it backwards. That's what.
You exactly asked that, and then I totally didn't think that's what that was about. Yeah.
Please, it's not like I haven't done that already like 6,000 times in this actual play. We're fine.
No, it's all good.
All right, let me think about this here. What else can I bring to bear? I got nothing as far as equipment goes. So here's the deal. I'm going to be rolling 2 dice and hoping to get 3.
Yeah. Maybe just use your instinct to make another poultice.
All right, that's what I'll do.
'Cause
then.
it-
You got the
it's-
wise. No, wises won't help you unless you somehow fail
Yeah.
into a 6.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'll make a poultice for injury, right? Or is that even worse than... Is the
Yeah.
poultice order different?
How much is it? A poultice for
Uh,
injured though is ob 4. It's really hard to make.
Are you jockeying it that your instinct is to make a poultice instead?
My instinct was to help out the most. All right, hold on. I'll read the exact instinct. Bringing up the window now.
That is what I
Accessing-
was jockeying, but I'm not Basil.
Yeah, no, I mean, I will jockey with that jockey. Winning camp help out our most sick.
Yeah. To know that to treat them, it's beyond your ken to treat them in your condition. Yeah, of course you make a poultice. That sounds like
Yeah.
completely within the realm of your instinct.
Maybe I'll make another poultice for. All right, so to do it for the sick, it's ob 3. The problem is that I am sick as well, and that is hampering the shit out of this. So the best I can do is roll 2 dice. so
Medicine
that-
man, heal thyself.
Yeah. Well, but like the best I could do is shoot for another exhausted poultice to hand to you. But I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's an instinct. It's free to do.
yeah,
If you fail, it could be bad. Yes, but
So remember, if you fail treating an injured condition, it's treated basically the same as suck it up. So if you fail a healer test, it's the equivalent to
Right.
them sucking it
But,
up. So they
but I'm
get
just
treated,
getting a
but
poultice,
they lose
though.
something.
Is that different if I'm just getting making a poultice?
right.
Making a poultice would be different, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we go.
So exhausted poultice.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
but
So much
luckily it's
for-
only ob 1 now because you're not exhausted.
Oh, that's true.
Basil's spending an instinct, forge a exhaustion poultice. You're sick. Ob's still 1, but your dice aren't that great. But
Oh, just barely.
just barely.
Here you go.
Okay.
You wake up too.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Bryn's
Enjoy.
seen all the things that you've been working on, and she's like very dubious.
We don't have germ theory.
Yeah. Well, I think like thinking about why you guys are all sick, I think it was probably because you found a bad potable water source, right? Like that's probably
Right.
what it was.
Makes sense.
And that's not like you guys just ate mushrooms. It's like you found some water and you're like, oh, thank God. And then you're like, everyone got sick.
Yeah.
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 It does make more sense in terms of how it would we'd find that much. We'd find enough to like resolve hunger, like we'd have enough to
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. But then like I imagine there's like, like a goat head or something like floats up to the surface as you guys are drinking it. And yeah, like it's been
Well, I
poisoned.
thought I tasted goat.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
we've
that's
got a
me.
poultice, and that was your instinct.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I hand that over then to I guess to Bryn, because Bryn's got a plan.
Cool.
Okay. Yep. So your instinct is gone, and now, Virgil, you are donating a check to Sean for
Yeah.
Bryn.
Yeah.
Okay, to recover.
Do we want to do it in that order? Does anybody have instincts they want to use first?
Yes, I have cartographer to do. So I
Yeah.
think-
Why don't we do the instinct before we chew up our checks? Let's.
Cool. So I'm gonna make a map of the area. If I can spell cartographer, because I'm sure that's the most important part of this check, spelling the skill correctly. Okay. My skill here is 2. I believe I do not have any helps or anything like that. And then, oh man, I kind of want. So I want to do something that we've been through to make it as easy as possible. And I kind of want to.
Can you? Would it help if you mapped out the inside of the caves for when Bryn goes back in?
Right.
I could map a few rooms of the caves, and then it would not be. Yeah. So as long as we have that map, I'd like to read it, and we're somewhere on the map. Then traveling to another location on it, it doesn't take time or a test.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I map the
If you map the way to the torture chamber.
Yeah, if I like the Redstone Caves, we didn't go through that many rooms of. I think that probably fits into a small area, because it's not even half a dungeon level, which is the next step up. So then I'm only looking at Ob 2, which I may reasonably get. I mean, I'm on 2 dice, but I've got some Fate and Persona and stuff.
Yeah.
So actually, ahead of time, I think I want to go ahead and spend one of those. Let me look at it.
Personas to get yourself an extra die.
I'm thinking I may use 1 persona ahead of time, because if I pass this, then I advance cartographer. So yeah,
Nice.
let's go ahead and step back through this.
But you're sick.
Oh, geez, yeah, I'm everything.
Yeah. So if you pass it, you will have
hold
enough
up.
checks to advance cartographer, but you won't advance cartographer because you can't advance
Well,
what
but,
you're sick.
I'm just thinking about how many dice I need to have a good
Yeah.
shot at it. That's actually the part that I'm thinking about at the moment. Okay, so let's start this over, because now I have to think about the fact that I'm going to be -1 dice for sick, and it's going to be a factor. Exhaustion is a factor. So.
When you remember that you're sick, you also have to take the condition sad.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 persona, which cancels out with sick.
Yep.
And then I need to
If you really wanted to succeed, you could tap your nature. It would tax it because it's not boasting, demanding, or running, but you could get 4 dice that way.
Yeah, actually, that's probably better than blowing my persona here. Okay, so basically that nets out. I'm already in the form, so I'm only gonna.
Right. Oh, and you can use thoughtful.
Oh yes, I can still use traits here. Okay, yeah. So Linus totally ponders this. Okay, so I'm up to 4 dice total. I'm taxing my nature to do this, and then the ob will be 3. It would normally be 2.
No, you should be at 6 dice. 2 for cartographer.
I wasn't going to spend the persona.
Oh. Okay.
Because I actually no, I'm going to spend 1 persona. Dang it! I have to start this thing over again.
Sorry.
It's hard to roll dice sometimes.
You can spend the persona. You can spend the persona to add your nature to your cartographer. It's not in your nature.
Yes.
But-
Okay.
And that's why it'll get taxed. But yeah.
Okay. So I'm at 6 dice by spending 1 persona to tax to
Texture nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then
Okay.
you spend thoughtful, it goes up 1, and you're sick, it goes down 1. So you're at 6.
Those net out. So I'm at 6 dice. 1 persona spent, and my nature will be down by 1 at the end of this.
Well, it'll be down by the margin of failure.
Yeah.
If you
Minimum-
fail, it can
minimally
go down
1, yeah.
more. Minimum 1, yeah.
minimum 1. And then the ob here is 3. It would be 2, but I am exhausted, so I have an extra factor.
Yeah. Yep. That all sounds right. Got it.
Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. I can't see what it happened.
You got
Oh,
it.
okay.
You
You got
nailed
a
it.
5.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so I only
room
lose
to spare.
1 nature.
Correct.
Puts me at 3. And then I get, so it's number of passed equal to your current and number of failed equal to 1 less than that.
Yep.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I erase all my checks. I now
No,
have
you can't
No.
erase them.
No.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
you're
can't.
sick.
Thank
You're
you for
sick.
the reminder.
Just keep on, hold on to them. As soon as you get unsick, you'll
And
be.
once again, mark that sad condition.
I know. We talked about this, and I said, "Oh, I don't need to know that. That's not the thing that I need to know right now." And then went and forgot it.
Literally did the exact same thing 2 seconds ago with the instincts.
Okay, so anyway, I've got all the checks, and we now have a map of the. I've got to actually carry that map somewhere. So let me put that in my. We have a map of the red stone rooms that we've been to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. I have an instinct as well. But if we have, let's see, how many checks do we have left that aren't spent? Just 1?
2.
Or 2?
Right? 2. So you can go, and then we can have Linus try to recover, and then you can try to recover.
Sure.
Wait,
So I think
but
you use your
you're in kind of
Yeah.
the worst.
I want
shape
to
of you.
I want to also point out, remember that rather than, everyone staring down the barrels of sick or maybe even sick and injured, you can always just suck it up.
Mhm. It's exactly my plan. Yes, I'm gonna recover exhausted, and then I'm just gonna be like, puke, go. That's
Remind me of the suck it up rules.
Yeah.
they're terrible, but
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Bases-
have-
Elves are made of sterner stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, you lose for health. You lose either a point in a health related skill or in health, and for injured you lose either a point in health or in a health based skill, and for sick it's will or a will based skill.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So it's just like you get worse at whatever. Like my injury came from being maced in the face, and my
Your nose skill is going to go
Is-
down by 2.
Does sucking it up require a?
no, it doesn't require anything. You just say I do it. I just cauterize the wound. I pull out the arrow. You just get to do it.
I've got a ton of will skills I don't care that much about.
Well, Eric gets to pick.
Yep.
Oh,
You
That's
don't.
why.
That's why I'm like, what would getting hit in the head with a mace reduce most likely? Because I mean, I think you get to pick, but it's supposed to follow from the fiction, right? Like it's supposed to be based on like what happened. So, so I'm trying to think of like what he's gonna pick when I do this.
okay. So, just a second while you think about that, I'm gonna want to suck it up for sick.
Mhm.
And I do have 2 points in cook, which seems like a really obvious, like one of those things where you've just been through something and
You're like, God, we all got
You-
poisoned. Maybe I'm not a 2 cook.
yeah, I mean, to this day, I got sick after eating bananas as a kid. I don't like bananas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I remember getting sick from eating egg salad, and I couldn't eat eggs for. I
Yeah.
couldn't be around the smell of eggs for like 3 years.
Yeah,
Like
so.
I really like that you're positioning this like ablative skill, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna honor that,
Okay,
Sage.
I think I'm gonna.
Your cook goes
suck it
down
up.
by 1. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Totally.
you're welcome to take any of my other skills if you want, but
Yeah, no, that's the one that makes sense. You never
Yeah.
like the idea of physically manipulating to eat food is just repulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your cook skill goes from 2 to 1.
yep. So that doesn't erase my checks for advancement, does it? Or
It does.
okay.
Yeah, you start again.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say all I need to do is fail to cook.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Not that easy.
Of course, it's not that easy. It's Torchbearer. Okay, sorry for interrupting you, but I saw the perfect thing there, and I wanted to.
Nah, that's
No,
so good.
that's
so
perfect.
good. I wish
Yeah.
I had as compelling an argument to make.
Right. Okay,
Oh,
so
I can't remember. Was it I got injured by the torturer, right? I think that's what happened.
No, you got injured a while back
injured-
by
Zombo.
the zombies grabbing you.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, when you were going for the amulet.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think So just so I'm keeping track, we still have two. I think the screen is right. We still have 2 checks to spend. We just went through 2 different instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're looking at Bryn maybe recovering exhaustion. Is the
I
next
think
thing?
so. Yeah.
Okay, so you're donating another check, and this one you're donating it to Bryn, and Bryn, you're going to try to recover exhaustion, and you have a poultice.
Awesome. So I'm gonna roll my health +1 because that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I think I'll throw in Born of Earth and Stone. I feel like that's
Makes sense.
Bryn's hardy and can keep enduring like the stones dwarves are made of.
Yeah.
So and sick and injured don't affect this. So
It's ob 3.
Ob 3, and I'm rolling 5 + 2. Okay, not bad. Health 5, 2, 3.
Hey, you got it.
There you go.
No
Nice.
longer exhausted.
Whew.
Awesome.
We have 1 check left.
Do we have any more instincts to use?
I don't think so.
I mean, you can't go again. Your instincts technically.
I have an instinct, but I can't go again. Yeah,
Yeah.
But sucking it up doesn't take.
correct. Doesn't take an action.
Yeah.
What's Cadence's instinct? It's to forage for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not a doctor, but isn't your armor broken, Bryn? I don't
It
remember.
is. Yeah, it is. It is. I would love to use my instinct. I just don't know if I'm
Right.
I think I might have failed at mathing because I thought we had another instinct to do.
Right.
No, we don't. Right. Well, Cadence, do you have a way to use yours? I mean, do you want to use
Yeah.
yours?
No. But first, I want to suck up injured. I think.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you think's appropriate there, Eric?
I mean, I think survivalist is the appropriate one.
Oh man, which is only a 2.
You have literally failed it all the times. Is the one that's got you in trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clear the fails from it as well. Yeah.
So then I will. Now that I've
You cleared injury, right? That was your injury.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So I just like strap. I have like
Injury.
hand injuries. I just like strap a bunch of sticks to my wrists to keep it in place. And then I will go out to forage for food. I'm just gonna, very carefully smell everything.
Real picky this time.
You're still exhausted and sick.
And I
You
can
know that, right?
still use, but wait, hold on.
Fortunately, the sickness has cleansed your palate.
But I can use my trait now beneficially, right?
Yes,
use
you
your
can.
trait. You can use your
Yes.
wisest. Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. Great. So is this scavenger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops, why am I clicking there? Scavenger. Yes. Half of my
Bob is 3.
will. 2. I'm going to use my curious trait because I will poke in every nook and cranny. So there's used 4. I actually don't have any persona, only fate. That's fine.
Yeah. At any point, you can choose to suck it up if you want to get rid of that sick condition.
It's fine.
Yeah. If you're planning on doing it anyway, you might as well do it before the roll. But if
Yeah.
you're,
Which is going to suck up another die.
Yeah, but it's a will-based skill.
Is it going to just take off my will? Oh,
No,
it's
it would be
will-based.
will or will-based skill of my choosing.
I don't. What lore master is probably no. That's probably
But Eric gets to choose
Eric
the
picks.
skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Mine.
don't
I'm just
choose.
curious as to what they are. What I'm pathfinder or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
if you
wish
wanna-
the skills had their roots
written.
That's
under
what
it.
the
I have
character
that.
sheet should be modified by.
I have that actually as a handout. It's called under skills, under handout, skills and helpers. There is
Yeah.
actually a little the rightmost column
Nice.
has the root of
That's
it
awesome.
available.
Oh yeah, you like it's my favorite skill.
Oh,
And
gosh, you know what?
if it was
I think Path-
if it was a clickbait article, it'd be like, you won't believe what Pathfinder's base is.
I'm pretty sure Pathfinder's the only thing I've actually got up once too.
Yeah.
Ugh. What else could it be? Oh yeah, Lore Master. I was right.
Yeah, Lore Master's definitely well based.
All right, yeah, I will try to suck it up. I'm out here looking and searching and trying to find, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna like take a full lungful of air and empty my nasal cavities of all this horrible phlegm, and just suck it up and get on with my day.
I think I'm gonna take it from your scout.
Mm.
My scout, brutal. That was like my best thing. Okay. And as an elf, that's like usually my
I
job.
think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but that's great. This gives me an okay chance at actually finding stuff. And you said
Yeah.
3?
And you're down to just the only condition you have is exhausted, right?
Yeah.
So that's
So now you're looking at it's ob 4 still, but you get that extra die because you're no longer sick. Right? It's the base ob of 3 plus 1 because of the factor of being exhausted.
Okay.
So you're there.
Oh, I have 1 6. There's no way I'm not going to try.
You cannot find food here. Oh,
There's
but
no
what?
way I'm ever going to learn this if I don't like just discern what is actual edible food.
yeah. I was gonna say you keep. Well, what's your nature?
My nature score or
Well, yeah. What's your current maximum nature?
4?
4. So I think you're at like 3 checks. You're 1 check away from learning this skill.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to test health for me.
Okay, just a straight up health, which is 4.
Yeah. This is an ob 3 health test. This is you obviously testing ingredients in food.
Okay, my belly is like iron.
Right.
Oh, whoops! 3 is not how much health.
Hold on. Wait a second. Because this is an instinct, and I'm asking you to force to do another test here. Does this count against as your last check of your camp?
Usually, well,
No,
I don't think so. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird space because you're on the adventuring phase.
Yeah. Well, and normally in camp phases that doesn't happen. If you fail
Right.
something in camp phase, it doesn't take. Like if it was a normal camp action, it wouldn't.
I'm outside of camp when I'm doing this. Is the interesting
Well,
thing, right? Like,
Yes, technically you're still kind of protected by the bubble of camp, right? Like
Yeah. No, you're right. You are protected by the bubble of camp.
right. I mean, I think usually in camp stuff, when you fail, it just doesn't happen, or you get a condition and it does. I don't think there's typically twists in camp. But no, that's not true. Hold on, let me look that up. I could be. I know if you fail to recover from if you fail to recover, there are no twists. If you like don't get exhausted, nothing bad happens. But I don't know if that's true of all camp actions. I want to make sure I'm not asserting something that isn't true.
Right, because that actually might change how I want to do this instead, right? Okay. What I'm thinking instead, I think I know what it is. I think you're going to find your rations, but you're gonna find it. Yeah. you're gonna find it on the corpse of a dead elf.
Oh.
Long gone. Obviously another adventurer of your I forget the name of your Velanir tribe, I think is the one. Vesir. From the southeast. They're too long gone to know who they were per se, but I think that sense of mortality means that you'll probably come back afraid. That
okay.
even the elves made of sterner stuff.
I
fall.
Oh dang.
cover
But-
their bodies.
Hey,
to, like,
yeah,
make
but
sure-
but you take their limbus bread, you know, like you take their.
But I cover their bodies so that like no one else will see them and like become afraid.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
like go back to camp like very shook up, like, oh, I forgot that I had this bread. Yes, that's right. I did have
I
it.
always had this bread.
This better not
yeah.
be some
That's a
dead elf's
better. That's a
limbus
much
bread.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I looked. I don't know what. I think I was just thinking of recovery. You can definitely get consequences from
So,
camp actions.
If any, I don't think anyone is hungry and thirsty, so that's fine. I'll just put that on my.
Oh, it'll happen. Don't worry.
Cool. Yeah. So enjoy your free scavenged goods.
It's good. Yeah.
Sweet.
And so I think I'm gonna do my instinct, and then you do your final check to recover. Kids, sound good?
Yeah.
All right. In very Ron Swanson fashion, I do not like to be seen when hurt. So like, arguably like Ron Swanson or like a cat, Bryn like leaves and just like pukes her guts out and just craps herself and is just like, yeah, bring it all out. And then I think what she does is like she's been wearing her helmet that's all dinged up, and she finally just like pries it off and and like washes her face out in a muddy stream and has a log from the fires that she's brought out here. Like a torch, right? It's not really a torch, it's just a log from the fire, but she cauterizes the wound. And I'm gonna shake them both off. So
All right. I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take your will.
okay.
Because I think also I think you have between the grudge and everything, like you're just quicker to anger a little bit. I think that you're a little bit less patient.
Yeah, seems very fair.
I'm definitely inclined. I'm inclined to take it from health here for your injury, but
Okay.
I also could see that like your fighter has been changed only because of like I mean how many times you get hit in the head before it's like a reflex of like, but
Being
I don't
flinching away.
Yeah, but I don't. Nah, I think I'm gonna take it from your health because you've been through a lot. This isn't the first time you've been injured.
Yep. All right.
So
Health
I think
and will both
these are.
drop.
Yeah, I think this is more just your bones are getting a little.
Yep. Getting creaky.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And when I come back, the worse for the wear. I'm gonna try and repair that chainmail.
So this is an armor test.
Yep.
Chainmail I think is an ob 2. Does that sound right, Sean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the armor obs offhand. 1 second.
Yeah, I don't either.
Time to look it up.
Up 2 or 3 sounds right.
Here it is. We're doing armor. We're doing a chain armor is 3.
3.
Helmet is 2.
Helmet is 2. I can't remember. Actually, is my helmet dinged up?
Oh
Where's
yeah.
my helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I used my helmet when I was fighting. I didn't write damage though. I think I might have not. I know I used it because I reduced it by 1. I should have wrote damaged.
Yeah.
So I keep meaning to fix this chain, but I'm gonna start with the helmet. Let's see, what's my armor? Armor is 2. I got a bunch of persona. So I'm gonna I don't think I can use. Oh yeah, I can totally use my persona. I'm gonna tap my nature of crafting. To repair it.
Yeah.
Bump spent. So actually, then I will go for my chainmail. I forgot. I can get that much.
Seems
Chainmail
smart.
is better than a helmet. Right, armor 2, 5. The GM gave us 3.
Got it.
Nice. Yay,
Yeah.
chainmail is
666. Yeah, nice.
Is that what I got? That was the roll.
Oh wow, yeah,
Sweet.
right at the very
Sweet.
beginning.
This is all right. Yeah, I think I like just chuck the still dented helm in camp. When I come back, I'll fix that thing later.
Yeah.
So 1 check left for Cadence to recover.
Yeah, I think Cadence needs it the most.
Really?
Oh yeah,
We're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
we've spent all our instincts. I mean, anyone could take
I
it.
just have afraid and exhausted. Is that what everyone has?
Yeah.
You're the only
Oh,
person
oh.
with 2 conditions left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I think
you should
I
definitely
mean,
take it.
it's a smaller stack than I remember it being because you've already whittled
You have to
them down.
recover afraid before you recover exhausted.
Right. So I come back all shaken from seeing like the like completely desiccated like corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the first elves I've seen in months and months and months, and we can't even sing together. So I'm like rocking back and forth a little bit, and I just start singing to myself like the old songs that like my aunt used to sing when she was, babysitting me, and I'd be afraid.
Nice.
So let's see. That's an Aubrey will test. My will is 4. Or, I'm exhausted, so it goes up. Or no,
Nope.
it doesn't. Okay, so
Exhausted
very
is not
cool.
effective.
Not for recovery.
Oh, and this is not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too
You got
bad.
this. Mm-hmm.
You're all over it. Now that you're back with friends,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I'm
Terrible
sure.
roll.
I'm sure it will not be fine.
It's not fine. And that is the last check being spent.
I would
yeah.
posit that if you, you don't have. Well, okay. I would posit that it is not entirely unreasonable for you to tap Elven Craftwise in this case, because you did see the first elf in a long time, but it's not here. It's not like you can be like.
I mean, I have the bread that was crafted by elves. It's the first like elven crafted
Yeah,
thing.
it's not what I was thinking.
But
Comfort food.
I think that there's like a wind that's like howling through the spooky trees around here, and it keeps making like these off pitches that it's like throwing me off. So I can't. I'm like not. All the spooky environmental sounds are clashing with my lullabies. So
With
it
your
just sounds
music?
spookier.
Yeah.
I mean,
there-
the Chaos of Chaos, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
You don't want to join their unholy chorus? All right, fine.
No, soon I'm just like mumbling the words of the
You know,
song
we
to
keep
myself.
getting offered this, and I gotta wonder, like, what kind of game would it be if, like, the adventurers just went out and they're like, "Cool, so you want to join Team Chaos?" And we're like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I mean, really? Yes, for sure. What's
Yeah,
Team
we're
Chaos?
in. We're in.
Seems
Let's do
better than fighting.
Yeah, here's the pamphlets. Here's our 401k
Right,
options.
okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you weren't able to recover. We're going to go back to the adventuring phase, but we'll do that after our break. All right.
Cool.
So we'll see you guys on the other side. We'll be back in about like 5 to 8 minutes. So see you in a little bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. Let's get back into more Torchbearer. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay. So we just finished our camp phase.
There's one thing we forgot to do at the end of camp, which is everybody gets their spells.
Oh,
Which is-
yeah.
Which is everyone but Brent. I've never been in a group with this many spellcasters in Torchbearer.
And it's working out great for you.
Well, I just have the one spell, so it's easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just automatically just get magic darts, right? You don't have to roll for it. Unlike our poor Basil, who has to pray.
Yeah.
So I had not looked at the descriptions of my spells since somebody else played my character. And there's a note here about remembering Oog on Thread of Friendship. So thanks, Adam. And I mean that literally, thanks, but in a very sad way.
Very sweet.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm ever preparing Thread of Friendship again. Yeah. Okay, I got my spells. I'm good to go.
So I have to make a roll.
Okay. Yeah, you need to make I think a theologian test.
Yeah, versus... Sorry, I dug too deep with my Fritos.
Too greedily.
Yes. It's my will, 8 minus my will, which ends up being 3, versus my theologian, which ends up being 3, which is 2, because I'm sick. Oh, but now is the time to be touched by gods. Oh, but I've already been touched by gods.
Possibly, yeah.
All right, I'm testing Theo. Wow, then there's no way for me to accomplish this. What happens if I don't?
And do you have the option to
You,
not
you
even
just get a
try?
god. You just get a spell of the gods choosing.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not. You don't. They don't.
Oh, okay, got it.
Typically, they don't like thwart you. It's just
Yeah.
if you succeed, you get to pick, and if you don't, then the GM picks.
Well then.
But what
I
spell are
don't-
you going for?
Oh, I'll tell you what spell I'm going for. I'm gonna get rid of somebody's sickness. I don't know if I can get that at this level here.
Yeah, I think that might be second level cleric. But I don't know. I don't know spells.
Yeah, I don't know 'em either.
I don't know spells wells.
You want the exhaustion one?
Wait, is anyone still left exhausted?
Yeah, Caden says.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go for that.
I think.
I am as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think-
yeah.
Oh wow! I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think roll 20 is accurate.
Yes, it is. Yep.
All right.
I mean, like the icons. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so Ob 3. There it is. I grandly failed it.
And you were going for the benedictions or lords of creation for
Sure.
alleviating exhaustion.
Yeah, they should help me. These gods
yeah.
of law who I've been helping.
Yeah, I think.
Basil helps those gods who help themselves.
I mean, I can't. I mean, I don't know how I cannot give you this spell. I'm gonna give you Grace of the Lords of Plenty for food.
Oh, it's ironic. Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's so good. That's so great.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, that's not bad. You could feed us all.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Which is, it's so weird that the spell doesn't work the same way rations do, or cook does rather. But whatever.
It's magic.
It's magic. So let's make a new rule. Yeah.
All right. And nothing about this doesn't change anything with being able to turn the undead. That changes
Yeah.
once
No,
I
you
level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Grace of the Lords of Plenty is literally the fish and loaves. Like
Yeah.
you must have food to turn into food.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Can
but
do.
you always have the fury of the lords of life and death. Like,
Yeah.
that's
The turn
all
undead.
clerics always have
Yeah.
that.
But I can't. It doesn't renew my ability to use it against undead. It hasn't worked against until I
You level.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bryn has said this thing before we rested to her companion Linus, and she knows that Linus made this promise that we weren't going to kill them. Like Linus is like, if you come out of here, am I correct on that, Sage? That Linus
I
specifically promised.
No, he only said that we wouldn't slit their throats, which is not. It's very specific.
I'm
mean-
pretty sure when we were running out and you're like, come with us, stop fighting and making this worse, we won't kill you. If you come with us, we'll
Yeah.
just take you back. Right.
Yeah.
So like a good oath keeper and a terrible leader, Bryn sneaks off like as camp goes out, and she's just like, fuck it, takes a torch. And she takes Basil's shield too. Because she can't hold a crossbow and a torch. And so she's gonna like when people wake, she just goes. If this is okay with the players, I don't want to like
No, yeah, no, I'm down.
no.
wreck everyone's
But-
days, but like
Basil is going to kick up a storm.
Um,
Where's that adorable dwarf gone with my shield?
I would like a check. Cadence wouldn't stop you.
yeah. Oh, it's fine. I mean,
But
I
I'd
mean
like
this
to
all in
know
narrative.
If my character knows, or is it fine if I just see you? Like I see you go off, and
Totally fine. I mostly don't want to give Linus the worry of.
Okay, so we wake up and Basil's like, where, what the hell happened to our dwarf? I'm like, oh, dwarf, he wanted that book. She's going after it. I didn't want to try to argue with her, so yeah, she's.
I'm gonna try and interrogate our prisoners about where the dwarf went.
like they know.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Cadence like saw Bryn, she would have been like, you need to stay here and make sure they don't like that Sirica doesn't get up to anything. Because if someone's gonna stop them, it's gonna be you. So I'm happy to like have that little exchange. It's just she says it in a whispering tone so the Linus doesn't wake up.
I'm like, look, it's not very far in the caves. She took the map. We'll just wait here.
Oh yeah, we have the map.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
Of course, you're taking that.
Well,
Totally
someone
taking
has
the
the map.
Would you have taken the map?
I wouldn't have until Cadence
I'm
told
very
me to.
good at injecting
Yeah.
appropriate storyline into the fiction there.
I mean, yeah, if we're cool with like, I was like, yeah,
Do you have the slots for it?
I do.
This is
I have lots of
Torchbearer.
slots because
Never
all
mind.
my stuff's gone. Well, I think I do. Let me look it up.
You have enough slots for it and all the treasure you plan to bring back as
I'm planning on bringing back a book.
What? But you owe us.
All right, what do
There's
I have?
interest on that shield.
Oh no, there's interest on
You have to bring back a shield and a buckler.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't. I thought I had a bunch of spots. I have torches.
But you could have left some stuff with me because I actually do have I think.
Yeah.
Or at least at one spot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave back my my thieves picks because I know there wasn't a door on that thing. It was just a hallway that went down there. I'm gonna leave back my thieves picks, my hammer.
Oh, this torch is.
And
I can take the hammer and picks.
yeah, I'll leave my thieves picks, my hammer, and if I have to toss my small sack, I will. Otherwise, I might just end up using my small sack to carry stuff. So, yep. So I'm just gonna. I want to keep my tinderbox in case I need to light a torch. So that leaves me 2 spots left in a sack I don't care about throwing away.
Yeah.
And some iron spikes I don't care about throwing away. So
You will need light in the darkness in these.
I've got 3 torches and I've got a shield.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold a torch in one hand and a shield in the other. That makes sense?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna use the shield to try and cover the torch so that so that I'm
Concealed.
concealed. Yeah.
So, all right. The plan is to basically make it back to the Torturer's chamber here to get those books.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it.
Okay.
And I'm basically going on like, it's a combination of hatred for Asurica and honor to Linus. Like the simple answer was kill Sirica in the night, and the oath to my friend, or considering my friend's oath and not wanting to turn Linus into a liar as well, is why Brent is doing this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I was actually planning to wake up in the night and kill her, but I'm just exhausted. So.
Right.
You slept right through.
Yeah.
So I guess my question here is, what's going to be your plan? What's your play here to stay away from the zombies?
Do we? I might say I'm going to take one more thing then, because I'm actually ask you a question that just me as a player. Did they have any reaction to the whoever held the amulet?
No, I held
no.
it up and no one cared.
No.
I think they were probably just wanted it back, but not very badly.
Yeah. So then,
Yeah. No, those are not amulets of control. Those are.
well, I didn't know if they were amulets of like, oh, you must be a zombie too if you're wearing one of them.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
figure it as much, but I just thought.
Yeah. I mean, but at this point, like after doing them and things like that, like Basil probably would have known. Like this makes the fury of the gods more difficult.
Right. It protects them. It makes them.
Yeah.
Gives them turn immunity. Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or turn resistance.
Yeah, basically. It empowers them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing one, so don't let me turn undead.
Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on.
Wait a second. That could be real.
None of us should be wearing these.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have
she's
enough
just
slots.
she's just planning on sneaking in. Like there weren't any in the mouth when we first went in, and she has the map to where the torture chamber is. So she's gonna try and sneak past them.
Okay.
I don't really have because they don't like care about like dead things. Like I don't think zombies, from Bryn's knowledge, zombies don't like it's not they're wolves where I could like throw a dead like not that I have one anyway, but yeah,
right. I think that this is going to be an opposing scout test. Is what I'm saying is that because there are zombies here, I don't think we can necessarily say that you can just cartographer your way there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, I figure I don't have to like Pathfinder my way to get to the cave.
Yeah. No, you don't have to do that. We're just the only issue is whether or not we can get by the zombies or not.
Yep, that sounds perfect to me.
Like in other words, like your map's also kind of giving you a controlled position here. So like, think of it that way. Like you're in a good spot.
Cool.
As you're doing the stealth test.
Awesome. Well, I scout. You did not lower my scout.
I did not.
Okay.
Where's? I'm looking for their stats. Okay.
You can spend. Remind me. You can spend up to 3 persona for +1 die, and you can spend a persona to add in your nature. Can you do both, or do you have to?
You could do both.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Spending 4 persona.
Yeah. So I'm rolling 6 dice.
Okay.
Because there's 4 zombies.
Cool. I'm tapping my nature of avenging a grudge. So I'm rolling that and 3 dice from persona and my 2 scout. And I don't think actually, well, this is kind of funny. I am avenging a grudge, but just to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to tap my nature of delving. Because that's also a dwarven thing, is to go deep into places. It doesn't mechanically make any difference, but I like to vary it up a little. And let's see, Born of Earth and Stone, I've already used this turn. I would use Jaded, but like I actually don't think this is Jaded. Like I'm trying real hard to not be jaded. So I'm not
going to use Jaded that. Almost?
What?
This is almost the opposite of Jaded.
Oh,
like, yeah. I mean, sorry, like it doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to use Jaded against myself to lose a die.
Oh gosh, no, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
Because I'm sitting there going, sitting there going like, well, the simple answer. I'm like grumbling about it. Like I could have just freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Like this is the opposite of Jaded.
It's really perfect. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that it was kind of the opposite of, but no.
Yeah.
I'll have a check.
All right.
Okay, I'm not going to give you 2 dice though. I figure just 1 is it's worth it. So
yeah.
All right, so I'm testing Scout. I really hope I make it. Skills 2, and I'm adding 8, 5 for nature, 3 from persona, and then -1 because of Jaded. So I'm adding 7.
Okay.
But I don't think I have anything else. There we go. Got it. Eric's rolling in classic Eric.
Classic Eric, 6 dice, 0 successes, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with these games. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the zombies are just not paying attention.
I like to think it's being very careful.
Yeah. No. You've earned this success. It's not that the zombies were bad. It's that you are super good.
Yeah. And like you said, I had the control position. I had all the things in my favor of the.
Yeah.
We do much better on versus tests. than against standard odds.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, what's
versus does Eric rolls.
That's a meta Torchbearer skill. Is get Eric involved in the dice roll. So
Right.
Oh god, that's so funny. Yeah, we should just always push for verses, right?
Yeah.
Although sometimes, man, you wrecked. You wrecked. The reason why my health is 4 right now is because of your roll with. So I am not interested in anything else, but if there's anything else I see while I'm down there that's like obvious, like, oh, there's a big giant gold medallion, I'm not so silly as to not take something else. So when I get down there, my primary goal is to grab the books. Is there anything else that I see in there that is immediately obvious in the torturer's chamber?
Nothing immediately obvious, no. Other than like if you could theoretically sell some of you couldn't carry out the torture racks and stuff like that, because like I did describe them as very fine quality.
Yes,
you could find a buyer for these torture racks, you know, like they.
I'm not sure you want to meet that buyer, but
yeah, you don't want to meet them.
I mean, I bet the crippler would be interested, honestly.
Yeah,
you know, but no, that's not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So
no, how many
very
slots
fine books
did the books take?
I think there's 3 volumes, so space. I think it's gonna take 3 spaces, right? Each book is 1 space.
All right, so I have
these are like those big tome books, right?
Yeah.
Fancy day calendars for torturers.
Nice. All right, so I have
before they had fancy date apps for torturers.
All right, so I have 1 slot open for sure. I put the map in 1 slot, and I don't want to toss the map because I don't want to waste lines.
The torturer is pioneering the agile method to torture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a small sack I can put 2 in, but then I have to carry it, and I wouldn't be able to carry the shield and the torch. So I'm going to leave behind the small sack and the other torches. I had a few more torches, and I'm leaving them behind. So, all right, book 2 and book 3. Okay, so I leave behind some junk. I leave behind 2 torches. I think what I do is I actually take my current torch, which is burned down a little bit, and I chuck it. I start a new torch because obviously the grind is 1 tick has happened. My torch is halfway burnt down, so I light a new torch with the old one and chuck it, and then so I've got a fresh one, and then I leave. I try to shove the books into a sack, and they won't fit, and I just chuck the sack and shove them in the backpack.
Okay, yeah. So you don't want to play around with labor at all. You're doing it quick, fast, and smart.
Yeah, I don't want to.
All right, cool.
Both as Bryn being I got to get this done, and also Sean is I don't want to screw over the players by being guess what, guys? Now you got to rescue my ass.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as fun as a rescue mission is, we've already delved in there a couple times, and I know we want to get out.
So, bad news, everybody. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Can I?
How are you getting out?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can get out. Okay. I think nothing is gone.
Let it ride.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I Oh.
Actually, hold on. I have
a thought.
I actually have a bonus. I have something else to describe to you too.
Okay.
While you're down here, it doesn't interfere with your success at all.
Mm-hmm.
This is just an additional benefit. You've heard the sounds of. You definitely heard the sounds of gnolls, somewhere below. So I was trying to when I was describing the location of where you're at. Remember, there was a couple other places that were kind of around you, like some other cells and rooms.
Yeah.
It sounds like the gnolls are in the walls, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they've been trying to claw their way out of the cave, and they're clawing their way up here.
Mm-hmm. But below, kind of around where you're at near the torture's place, right?
Well, okay.
They're not being very stealthy about it.
I had a thought, which is, I was I'm going to chuck my torch, What's this room made of? It's stone walls, right?
Yeah, this place is all very recently carved stone. Remember, this is
It's all
this has
recently
been like
carved stone.
this
What
is a
about-
new renovation, state of the art torture facility.
What about the torture rack itself? That thing, is that a
Oh.
wooden table or is that?
Yeah, but it's probably it's probably
It's
blood
not-
soaked. It's probably not easily.
It's not particularly flammable.
No.
I can't like light it up. Okay.
No, this place is pretty. The whole facility, the whole complex, I should say, the whole complex is not really set up to be burnt. You know.
Yeah. Right. Well, I could burn the books, but they're what I came for. So yeah, fine. Stick with the same plan.
And make a small fire with like the 2 torches and your sack. Just like a little.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna it's fine. Bryn kind of like looks around like in disgust to this place and like chucks her torch on it, but she doesn't expect it to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not gonna spend the significance of like maybe I could if I committed to like building an actual legit fire here, but I'm
Right.
definitely not gonna try that. So, hearing the sound of gnolls beneath me. Does it sound like they're scrabbling up through the floor? Like they're trying to climb, like dig their way up?
It sounds like it's coming from below, but like once again, like the sounds kind of reverberate. It's coming from your southwest or southeast. All right.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you have a cartography map, so like I could kind of like draw, like roughly impressionistically. This is the torture room, right? Like, let me draw this. This is the torture room. You got in here by basically this sort of like T intersection kind of thing, right? And then this thing goes up this way, but then you guys came over this way and do this thing. There's some other like rooms and stairs going off this way that we didn't want to explore too much. It's coming from like this direction.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
it's coming from like where we sent the wolves to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So zombie gnolls. Great.
No. I think that's not what I'm saying.
No. I'm just saying that's their future,
Oh,
right?
possible.
I mean, then again, they're super committed to chaos, so maybe they're just like
Right.
maybe
I mean,
What?
they already devour everything, right? So like,
Yeah.
if now they only devour brains, it might actually be easier to.
that's a limiting factor, bro.
Yeah.
So like cartographically speaking, the zombies and stuff are down at Z, right? This spot over here is
Oh.
the stairs coming in. You took a right. This is the this room is the torture room. There's another room here, right, that we didn't
Oh, okay.
explore. But then there were some other like hallways going down into this complex down to the southwest, and that's the sounds where the gnolls were coming from.
Right. And I think there was a big door there that we didn't open, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds like
So I'm hearing them through the door.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. I'm not opening that door.
Yeah.
I'm leaving door well enough alone. Yeah, I think, I'll take a mental note of it and kind of look. There was like a seal on the door, right? Was it the chaos symbol? There was some sort of, I think I remember there was some sort of. design
Yeah,
on the
there
door.
was definitely a symbol on the door.
Okay, yeah. So I sort of make a mental note of the symbol on the door,
Mhm.
and then scooch the heck out of there.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. A little bit of time passes, but Bryn arrives back at camp
We
with
should
everybody.
do this more often.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm like in the
This
middle
is-
of a.
That was super effective. That was.
Well, I mean, I had the map. Like we knew
Yeah.
where it was. I knew where I was going. I had a torch. Like I had all the right tools, and I just blew all the persona on trying to make it not make it work.
And most importantly,
Yeah.
you made it a versus test against me.
Yes, exactly. I made it a scout test.
So I'm just waiting for you to come back, standing there, arms crossed.
I'm like
Tapping
singing
my
a song, but then as soon as we see you, I stop, and I'm like, "Well, if I got a few more verses in, I was going to come after you."
I think you just like see the shield, right? Because like for Bryn, the shield is massive, right?
Right.
Like it's like so big. You just like see this shield.
Wait,
Um,
to be safe, I really should invoke the fury of the Lords of Life and Death.
Yeah, right. Just make sure.
Oh,
Just as you're coming up,
Right.
I just get prepared to do it.
Just get prepared. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like-
funny. Like it could. Is it Brent? Is it zombie Brent or is it real Brent? We can't tell.
Yeah, we don't know which.
And like she gets, I think, because we said that's like up on, it's like up on a hill, right? Like we got a good
Yeah.
vantage point, so you can definitely see Brent on the way down, and she's she's struggling to make her way up because she's got little legs, and and she's climbing over the stuff, and the shield is much bigger than she's like used to. And she gets like, I don't know, maybe 30 feet out of camp, and then like sets the shield on the side and looks up at Basil from like just outside the camp.
All right. So I'll come down and help.
Okay. I didn't know if you're like gonna like call her out. So she's kind of like waiting for like the
Yeah, no.
what did you do? Kind of.
I think maybe I probably pieced together what you did at some point.
Yeah, and I
Maybe-
start gloating over our captives. I'm like, oh, we've got it now. You're in big trouble. And then I'll be like, let me take a look. What have we got?
Yeah. I think when
Yeah.
Basil comes, I'm like, help me with this. I'm like, I hand you my
Yeah.
backpack because presumably you're still in camp, so you're not armored up, and
Yeah.
and I carry it up, and like, sure enough, there's pull open the backpack, and then pull out the books you were looking through.
So I think Linus has been really quiet throughout this, and when he sees what you accomplished and realizes that you used his map to do it, like he's all ready to be like, "Why did you do that?" And then he realizes that this is probably for the best. Like it gets him out of a little bit of a bind, and like what do we do about these people we captured? And he helped.
Yes, totally.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
in a little way,
Yeah.
I think everyone like contributed. I took Basil's shield, I took Linus's map, and I knew Kate's would slit their throat if I needed to.
Mhm.
Right? Like if I didn't come
Yeah.
back,
Oh, boy.
Cadence would finish the job.
Linus like totally warms up to this idea, and I think awkwardly comes up and like tries to give Bren a hug or something to like, I can't believe you're back alive, but he's trying to be too cool for that.
No, that's all
Yeah.
good. I imagine there's like I mean, she can't like pat Linus on the head. She's way too short for it. But there's yeah, it's a and yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to like make a big deal of it, but yeah, it's important to her that Linus got to keep his word. So she's
Nice.
she's happy to see all of you.
Oh,
Aw.
I think Sirica's going to change her tune a little bit, and I think she's going to actually suggest and say, so there's no way I can, there's no way I could possibly get my sentence commuted if I offer up some information or some treasure. Is there?
I'm looking at these books. I'm not talking to her.
Yeah.
I would like to help with the looking of the books.
Ooh, do we just cold shoulder her brutally?
I mean, Bryn is sort of staring at her, and she's like, "You could help by shutting up and not interrupting us." And I kind of am like, my belief is, how do you tell if a human's lying? They open their mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm like, if you want to keep if you don't want to have a permanent vow of silence, quit talking.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is like, no, let's see what she has to say. But
No.
Bryn doesn't have any desire to like listen to her. I'm sure she does have useful information. I mean, I bet we could, but I don't want it.
I'm not sure about Linus, but it might be all three of us with like our heads together, like staring at these books.
no, I mean Linus follows everybody else's lead. Like he trusts y'all. He's a little softer on Sirica and the acolytes, but yeah, he's not going to break ranks on this one.
Oh no.
But
But
what horrible idea does Basil have?
Don't hold back. I can see
Well, I'm just
you're
thinking.
physically holding yourself back.
Yeah,
from leaping
I'm like,
into the game.
No, Basil,
Wholeheartedly.
don't do this. I think Basil is going to be first enthralled in the books, but keep looking back over to Sirica and just keep like, well, wait a minute. No, I have a goal. Nope, never mind. I did write a goal about this, Sirica.
Yep.
I'm going to return her wholly onto the authorities. Yeah, if she does any more like attempts to ply us with treasure or anything like that, I think Basil's going to get up and just walk over to her and just loudly preach at her. Not to get through to her, but just to drown out whatever she's saying.
just as punishment, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. So her pleas of treasures that can let you retire fall on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she lets slip any information about it, that may change Basil's mind. But right now, it just seems like a very, just a desperate attempt here.
Right.
Meanwhile, Bryn is looking to Cadence for his dagger.
Yeah, I'm just like twirling,
Mm-hmm.
Throw it here.
Yeah, I think we should go back to town. I don't think we can really do any adventuring with them. And we have a map that gets us back to town because of Linus mapped it last time.
They did.
So we can get back quickly, and we don't have a lot of loot, unfortunately, but maybe this time you can sell that tiara.
Yeah.
But we also don't have a ton of conditions to heal in town, so we don't have to have a long town phase either.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, I mean, she tried. She tried to get you guys to.
I do want to study these books before we go turn them into the authorities. So maybe we do that here.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
She knows. Yeah. You don't want to. I mean, you don't want to. You want to turn down a 6-die treasured ring. That's fine. She calls it. She's been saying that she has a signet ring belonging to once the Black Count of the Moor, a Trolladarian king from a couple hundred years ago.
A good shepherd listens to his flock even as he's yelling at them. So I'll just pay attention to what she's saying.
Yeah.
But speaking as a of an adventure of a pillaging type, can I take her helmet / earring?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. You want to take her magical helmet? Yeah.
I want to take her magical armor too, but she's like tied up, so I imagine it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, that'd be very difficult. You want to take her glamored helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because my helmet's all busted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What shape do you turn it? It can be turned into whatever you want to look like. It obviously has to have some sort of silver or some sort of like silvery form, right?
Yeah.
But it can be glamour to look like a headband. It could be glamour to look like an earring. It could be glamour to look like a hair pin.
Yeah. So we see in our picture of Bren, we see her having like these big buns.
Yeah.
And so it's glamour to look like silver wire going through her buns.
Yeah.
Does that sound
Nice.
good?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your magic helmet.
Yeah. I mean, unless I know you're pretty attached to Ogre Vomit helmet, but if you wanted it dazzle, like you could have a silver tonsure too. I'm not married to it. I just want to take it from her.
No, I'm good with the Ogre Vomit helmet.
Okay.
I don't know why it's a tongue twister for Basil, but it is. I mean, I could say it, but when I mess it up, I'm in
you're role
character.
playing.
Yeah,
Got it.
It's like an accent.
Right.
So I have a suspicion that some of this information, I'm not sure what's in these books, but it might be something to do with where treasure is, and that's what my main concern is as an adventurer. So before we hand them over to anyone else, I want to make sure we scour them for any hints of booty in the caves, or also to see if there is some obvious evidence.
Okay.
Is it scholar to get information from books, or is it lore master? I can't remember those two.
Scholar, but
Yeah, it's more like scholar. Is
Yeah,
there a
reading,
specific?
gaining information from one source in your language? Yeah.
Is there a more specific or pointed question you want to get out of this? Like what success looks like here?
Oh gosh, I'm really torn. I don't know. Unless you're just gonna tell me, are the guards? Do you want to just tell us straight up if the guards are gonna be like, oh yeah, these are her evil books, we'll lock her up, or
you mean do you need to look for like the incriminating
Yeah.
evidence?
do I need to do some detective work here?
Oh
Yeah.
no. I think it's
Okay. So-
pretty apparent from reading it that they're working out with the priest here.
Okay, then I
Um,
want to work out the location of this 6-die ring. I'm like gonna see if there's a mention of treasures
Right.
or anything.
Yeah. Well, you know that some of the so what a lot of these references here say that most of the best information was given over to the priestess in the temple, right? And so no, or remember they're not just called the priestess, right? They're given they are the they belong to the court of chaos, right? So like the courtesan of the court of chaos.
Right.
Nice.
So it's a little bit more complicated, but like a lot of like the best actionable information isn't there, but it's all insinuated. So yeah, there's a temple somewhere, so it's probably there in the temple proper.
And is the temple is the temple like deeper in the
Yeah.
cave? Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in the caves. It's somewhere you guys didn't go yet, but you know, it's ostensibly close by near the torture place, right? Like there's some sort of like bigger complex somewhere in here. Like it's easy to gather from the notes that yeah, there's a temple here. There's it's not just like the priestess, like there's other acolytes that work here. You know, like this is like an operation of like almost like a dozen people.
All right.
And
Well, we've taken out their torturer.
But you have
and-
taken out you've taken out their torturer and their leader, and I guess apparently 2 mercenary thugs.
Yeah, we're whittling away in the Torchbearer
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
How do
slowly
you kill the dragon? One scale at a time.
you're slowly strangling the cult.
Yeah.
Now you cut off
okay,
its head.
So is there a chance though for me to get some more good data out of here, or is it?
Yeah, but like I mean, if you have a specific question, maybe this doesn't require a roll, right? Is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. I think the question of where's the treasure is it's deeper in the caves.
Yeah.
But not anything more specific. than
Around the
that.
temple, yeah. It's kept somewhere wherever the temple keeps its most prized treasures, right?
Okay. I will check for. Can I make a check then to see if there's like notes on like traps that have been laid in the caves or anything?
Defenses.
Oh,
like our defenses. Like, oh, we always keep, make sure that there's enough food for the 3
Yeah.
guards.
Restock the oil for the keep the fires lit for the
Like
burning
like
oil.
a chore wheel.
Mhm.
no, it's not.
Like,
That's not
if it
listed
was-
in here. No.
If it was like, oh, like so much food, you could like work out how many people were there.
Yeah. No, there's nothing like that, but there is definitely insinuations of secret doors.
Mm.
That's
Nice.
the best I could say.
Is there
Okay.
good cave of chaos gossip that we might be able to
Oh, I
use
have
to
I have a
sow
I have
the
a
seeds
reasonable
of-
thing that you can be searching for right now, Virgil. It's still pretty abstract, but it's if you want a mechanical effect, which is I think it's reasonable if looking at researching, and you can research like a single fact or other things like that. I think it's reasonable to have to get from this a supply die that you can use for finding secret doors or finding something in there. Like if you wanted to, I don't know, Eric. I don't know how
Another
do you
thing
feel
I'm
about that.
thinking is if there's another exit from this cave, like if we go in, is there another way out? Is that a thing I could find in this data set?
Yeah.
Okay, that is what I would like to
Yeah.
find out. A secondary way out if we can't make it out the way we come in.
Nice.
Apparently there's a did you know that there is a secret door somewhere that leads to another part of the complex?
So it leads to one of the other caves, like
Yeah.
that you could go
Mhm.
in the front.
Oh well,
Yeah.
if you say that, I'm gonna be like, well, I heard the Knolls. If you mention that, I think Brent will remember. Like, yeah, I heard the Knolls down. Remember that door we didn't open? I heard the Knolls making noises on the other side. I did not investigate.
Well, next time we go back, that might be the first thing we do is make sure that there's more than one way out.
Well, the Knolls we trapped in their cave.
We'd be letting them out then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's that's frying
Probably
pan fire.
very hungry by now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So are we gonna go back to town?
I think
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's fine.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Then let's maybe start the town phase now, but like we should be winding down this evening for
Yeah.
now. So like
Yeah,
this also
so-
might just be a good place to just kind of stop though.
Sure. Yeah, we
And
can-
then pick
Okay.
up town starting off, right?
Yeah.
'Cause this way you can also rewrite your things for town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually great.
There's a thing you have to do something with your checks before town. What
Yeah,
do you do?
food perishes, all your checks go away.
Oh, you don't get to spend
use
them.
them.
They just
Use them.
disappear?
No, use them or lose them. Like when you arrive at the doors of town, you
spend them to
you
do-
must spend them before you enter town, right?
Right, because I have one now since using Jaded against me.
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
my
sure
my
it's-
I get back to town and my lembas bread that's like already 100 years old has now just spoiled. I'm like, oh,
Well, it's probably preserved, right?
Yeah, it's preserved ration actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only fresh rations that spoil.
okay.
Oh, I was gonna say you should have checked the date on the tin. Like,
Right.
you can always push those ones towards the front, so you take them on your adventures. Then
Yeah, exactly. They're already stale when you take them out the door.
I'm like, best before? What do you mean? I
Right.
mean, when is it rot?
Like I'm willing to because it's an elven thing. I would be willing to it's basically preserved. It can be treated. It's cute and elven, so it could be treated as fresh or preserved, whether it's whatever's advantageous to you.
Oh, that's
Right.
cool.
That's
yeah.
nice.
It's like a mini magic item that
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lumbus. It's elven lumbus bread.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
really like that take. That's a simple way to make it like.
Yeah. Feeds you like fresh, lasts like preserved.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's a good ration.
But you only had to get it off the first elf that you've seen in so long.
Yeah. When I
Yeah.
eat it, it'll be salty with my tears.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm still holding your lock picks and your hammer, which is fine until we get rid of these.
If you have room for them, otherwise I'm sure we can sort
Yeah,
things out.
no, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I need to get my bow.
You don't
I
have
need
your
this.
bow.
It was broken in the fight. I smashed someone with it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was broken. I could, if you still have it, I can fix
That's
it.
fine. Well, the thing is, it's good in some. It's good, but I also have the darts for long range.
Right.
Eldritch darts. But we'll do that in town. What I think my goal for next session is don't let Basil screw me out of being able to sell this tiara.
What? I mean, the last time I rolled Haggler, I was sick. So
Yeah,
that's a
right.
good reason why I didn't go. This time I'm just going to be sick.
Oh.
I'm
So
sick
you're
every
sick
time
from
I
a
come
different
back to-
cause. You're
Yeah,
sick from
it's a different
goat
cause.
head water rather than sick from a curse from the caves of chaos. So I mean, right?
It could be
that's-
worse.
I hope it goes well.
It's totally tomato there. Or wait, no, that's the other way. Rad. So should we do XP at the gates?
Yeah. I just want to know if anyone wanted to spend any checks or anything like that, but I guess not. Okay.
Yeah, I just looked,
yeah.
and you have to spend the checks during town, and you can only spend them basically to help to get XP to get to mark as a failure or success by.
Oh yeah, when you help,
helping
you
someone.
can help someone and spend your checks there that way. That's
yeah,
right.
I
forgot
completely
about that.
forgot that's the way to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
me
says you have to
too.
do it before you leave town. So during
Yeah.
town, people remind me I can help you and get a check. Like
Mark
I
passive
would-
failure
right.
for helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so let's do some experience, everybody.
All
Yeah.
right.
Let's start with you, Cadence, Virgil.
All right. Cadence believes that I'm a true adventurer. Elves are made of sterner stuff. Yeah, I played it pretty rough, I think. I would have gone into the caves again, but I think it would have made the mission fail.
I want to ask a question.
Mhm.
Do you think that has been challenged? Like, I think you've played that, but I also think that has been horribly challenged by your encounter with that dead elf and taking the bread off.
Oh.
Like, is that strong enough that's a mold breaker moment where you're like, whoa, this place is way more dangerous than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is, it's worth a persona for you to lose that belief and like. be
I
really
think
shook
so.
up.
I've had it since the very beginning. Maybe it is time. And it is a very naive adventure belief, right? And I'm now level 2. I'm a little older, wiser.
Right.
More dinged up.
Working on level
I think
3.
I might
Scale of
change.
mold, you're like, yeah.
I might change it to something like being made of stern stuff won't stop you from getting, messed up. Something like that.
Yeah.
Or game over, man. Game over.
Game over.
You don't have to write the new one now, but
Yeah.
I agree that like if you want to take it that direction, this is a fine.
It seems like a good time for Cadence to be shaken up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's Persona instead of Fate, then.
Yeah.
And you have to change it.
Yeah. That's why that's kind of why I like that fail forward, that conditional success there. For your thing.
Yeah.
It was good.
Get to a safe place to camp. It only took like 3 sessions, but I did it. Got out of the dang cave.
It's been so funny because we've been pushing so hard to go to camp for the past like 3 sessions, and it just was never in the cards.
Yeah,
but it was close enough. It was close enough that we never felt like we should have gotten it off our sheets.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, yeah, we're right there.
We're gonna be there.
Yeah. Well, the very first thing I did was like, okay, but before we camp, how about we sneak back in?
Yeah.
And
Like,
we're
oh gosh,
fuck you.
We almost did the whole thing. Yeah.
instinct. Don't run out of food. Always take an opportunity to forage.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I got that
Yeah,
one.
you got that. You
Fate.
paid dearly for that, but you got it.
All right. Awesome. Epi, how was your Artha looking?
Right. So my belief is the Lords of Light have need of my services, so I shall serve. I think I served the Lords of Light here. Even though I was tempted.
I think if you
Hear
did, especially the preaching at the Chaos Priest.
Yeah. And my goal was return Sirica wholly to the authorities. Can we say we've done that yet, or is that still on its way?
You can mark it off as pass. It's going to resolve next session. So mark it off as pass for a new goal. I don't want you to sit on that goal.
Yeah, there's
Right.
no more challenge to doing that.
Correct.
Correct.
And my instinct is winning camp help out our most sick. So I made a poultice for
I totally did that.
yeah. So that's a fate. Excellent.
Correct.
Whew. All right. How about you, Sean?
My belief is, how do you tell if a human is lying to you? They open their mouth. It's not really a belief. I mean, it's a belief because it's not really a question. I almost cut out Sirica's tongue. When I was promising her a permanent vow of silence. That's what vows.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
Bryn was talking about.
Yeah.
So yes, and also it was really, really important to Bryn to like separate Linus from that.
Yeah.
Linus is like not human to Bryn. Like she's like, I want to make a exception for Linus. She still thinks Basil's a liar. She doesn't. She knows Basil, but like
a useful liar. But yeah.
right. But like she wants to. So yeah, that was important.
Yeah.
We will deliver Sirica to justice by one way or another. Yes.
Yep.
I worked real hard
Yep. Even at the expense of treasure.
Even at the expense of treasure. And when it rests, repair damaged gear. I did that. So
Yes.
I'm going to take 2 fate and a persona.
Well done. Mm-hmm.
And Sage?
Yep. So my belief, I'm actually gonna pass on my belief this time. I can find allies within the creatures of the caves. Some of the creatures here are like me. We didn't interact with much in the way of creatures.
that's true.
Just ourselves.
Yeah, and nothing particularly challenged it. So I'm
Well, unless you consider Sirika a creature of the cave.
no. I mean, I think
They're
my
a creature of
goal here
society.
was really to try to like these demi-humans or whatever you want to call them. Like
Yeah.
they're more like us than we let on, and I just don't think that came up. That's fine. Like that's why beliefs are good, because they're not automatic. Goal: I cannot lose a friend save Cadence. I actually didn't do a ton to pursue this, but it did happen. Like I did lots of little things.
Right.
But
So
You helped with making all the poultices.
do you want? Yeah. Do you want us? Oh, that's true. You did help with the poultices.
there was a moment that like I didn't want to interject, but when we were all scrounging for food and Cadence was in really bad shape, my whole idea was that Linus was actually sitting there, like his part of scrounging for food was basically making sure that like Cadence didn't get hurt. Like everybody else is actually looking at stuff, and he's like walking around like, no, don't step on that. Like anyway, all that's little stuff. But I think it's a goal. It happens, and I think I actually, assuming that we are like at the city gates, I think I can
Completed it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And then my instinct finally happened. I'm taking my fate point for that, and I think I should probably write a new instinct, because winning camp instincts in this group mean like, let me set my calendar for a month from now when we actually make camp again.
Yeah. Well, and your instinct not only worked and like benefited, it really benefited. Like, like Bryn then took the map. I didn't really posit it, but I think when you gave that like sort of awkward hug, Bryn's like, good map. You know, like
I think Linus figured it out from the fact that like his map wasn't there, and then you come back from those caves alive, and he's like, I helped.
I did it.
Yeah. Cool. So I was updating my own sheet. I might have missed this. Did we skip over Epi? Did we?
No, we did me.
Okay, sorry.
You were the last
one. My own thing, trying to. So I want to make sure I was actually the last one. So let's do group awards.
Yeah. It's MVP, person who made the clutch roll. Bryn?
Yeah, I think Bryn was probably
for the sneaking
away, and just I don't know which role to say is the clutch role, but definitely that whole.
There's only one.
Like
it was.
Just one.
It was
okay, then that's the one.
It was Scout v Scout. Yeah.
Opposite, or counter proposal. Cartographer test.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think so. I don't think that was. I don't think that compares, especially because there was not a whole lot of risk involved.
Yeah.
The MVP, it seems like it has to be something that is either like super clearly valuable and or has a lot of risk involved. And like Linus has this instinct to do this thing, and he makes an okay map, and sure it helps, but he didn't really do anything. Like most of those things would have still happened. They would have just been a little more difficult.
A failed cartography test in camp can lead to a location-based twist. Like you would have arrived at the wrong room.
Sure, but I still think it's got to be with Bryn.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm inclined.
Yeah, I like Bryn as a choice as well.
I'm inclined to agree, but I want to always suggest other ones too.
No, cool. It's good to make sure there's debate, but yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. Clear.
Take your MVP, Bryn. Take your persona.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Cool. Next up is Workhorse. Bryn is ineligible for this one because you can't have MVP and Workhorse. Workhorse is the person who helped the most, the person who is supporting whenever possible.
Cadence. I actually feel like Cadence made it. Okay.
I'm super torn on this because Basil made 3 poultices to help us get cover from healing, and Cadence found us water that poisoned us, but but did find us water, right?
I mean, Cadence was all over like trying to help us like
And
I had a
get
good
the
amount of
business under
help
control.
stuff in, and over the last like 3 sessions, I've really screwed myself over getting all those checks for everybody.
Yeah,
You
I was gonna say-
totally have.
I was gonna say-
You've gotten massive helps. So I would say
Yeah.
that they both helped a ton, and I'd say your cartographer helped a ton, but Cadence paid the price for it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Cadence paid a lot, yeah.
No,
So
yeah,
Cadence.
there's no cadence, no camp. So,
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Right, that's
Cadence,
true.
no
Cadence had all the
Cadence.
checks. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Cadence.
Yep, I think so.
All right, now the hardest question of the night, everybody.
I
Embodiment.
know. It's always the question of who doesn't get it,
Right.
right?
Do we think? I mean, my gut. No, I keep starting every conversation. What does everyone else think?
I started the last conversation actually because I wanted to save you from that. But I think I'm gonna bow out of this one because Linus didn't have a whole lot of moments to this, and I think everybody else had a lot going on. I didn't want to step in and interject myself. Like I'm cool backing down for a session or whatever.
Yeah.
But everybody else had moments that really shone. Like Bryn, obviously for going
Yeah,
on her
Bryn
own, like,
specifically, this episode was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
there, and the new belief that you had about humans like came into play a ton. It was like I think Bryn is a lock. I
Yeah.
think Cadence, the nonstop helping of other people, the leading us all to poisoning ourselves. Like,
Because elves are made of sterner stuff. We can
Right.
drink this. It's fine.
yeah, and
Like drinking from the dead goat head.
yeah, having that character moment of finding the dead elf and being like, "Oh no, this is possible." Like,
Yeah, being
and
shooken
then-
by it.
Basil, like helping everybody and still sitting there in the middle of kind of the chaos and light thing. Like, I am still entertained by that every time. The like, oh yes, I'm totally here for the Lords of Light, but I'm chaos interested. I'm chaos.
Yeah.
I think
Chaos curious.
today we've said 3 like classic religious sayings, but we flip them every time to where
Yeah.
Basil is in the normally
Exactly.
the gods are in. It's a really good character.
Yeah.
And this was just a quieter session for Linus, which I'm completely cool with.
Yeah.
So I think all of you take it, and I'm fine not getting it this time around.
I am fine with that, but I want to make a specific call out, which is that Cadence and Bryn have never really had a particular connection. Like, I feel
Right.
like Basil and Bryn, like for me, just as selfish, myopic narcissist, like I've had real hard, like real close connections with Basil. I've had real close connections with Linus, and like Bryn and Cadence have never, but like to me, this was a session where Bryn was like, if I don't do this, you need to take care of it. And I feel like, and Cadence totally got it. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
yep.
The tongue cutting out thing was really funny too, because I was literally, because Eric was like, oh, she's she might offer you a spell, and I was like, if she starts casting a spell, I will cut her tongue out. Like, that is not this scene that's coming up.
And
But it
it was the fact that I knew you were murderous enough, and it was also this weird thing of my new belief about humans. I was like, you're the only other non-human
right.
here, right? Like, so it
we're
was
in
like,
it together with these motherfuckers.
yeah, right. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, we finally had that, like that real close connect, that real understanding. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, good
Works
game,
for me.
everyone.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Good game, everybody. I think it was episode 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
I think it's 13. Everybody, keep on the Borderlands. So let's do some outros real quick. Cadence, Virgil.
Virgil.
I'm Virgil. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. I love playing with all these great folks here, but I also love performing for you folks. It really gives me a twisted pleasure. So thanks for watching. On the internet, I'm Zircon5. You can check out the music that I make at soundcloud.com/Zircon5. When I am role playing on the internet, I host at twitch.tv/Zircon5. I have my newest track up is a remix of like a 3-second Nintendo song. I don't know if anyone ever played RC Pro-Am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, go listen to it, please, because no one who has ever heard of it has listened to it yet. Like everyone's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was like that was on Game Boy, right? Like there was a Game Boy version of it, or
yeah. There's no soundtrack during the racing, which is most of the game is just
Yeah.
It starts with do 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 do.
I played
That
a
for me.
lot of that game on my
So please check that out. I'm
I-
really excited whenever I see new listens up on the SoundCloud.
on
Nice.
my way to it right now.
Yep, RC Pro-Am Race Remix. I'm going to click play the moment this stream stops.
Yeah, no, I'm like, okay, I can't listen to this right now. I'm still okay. I see it. Awesome.
Yeah, Epi, how about you?
I'm Epidiah, Epidiah. Anywhere. If you, odds are, if you found an Epidiah, it's probably me. And if not, you should kill it.
And drive a stake in its heart.
Yeah.
That's good if it serves the Lords of Chaos.
Yeah.
And then don't believe it.
Yeah. I think the thing. Oh, I'm going through puberty right now. I think the thing that I actually kind of want to tell people about is something I just did with Sean. Last week we did our speed runs of Swords Without Master, our first speed run of Swords Without Master, and we're looking to do some more in June, early on Sunday mornings.
We did a whole game in 50 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah. And we're going to get only better from there. I hope. Let's fingers crossed here. But
fun.
Yeah. How about you, Sean?
I'm Sean. You can find me at Sean Nittner. You can see me playing swords with Effie and some other fun games at twitch.tv/actualplay. What's going on in my world right now is that Big Bad Con is coming up in October, which means Kickstarter is going to be launching. I wanted next week, but I don't know if I have my stuff together enough for it. So it'll be launching soon. But it's a real cool con. And if you like games like you see on Eric's channel, chances are you'd love the games that people run in there, because it's a lot of the same kind of stuff and a lot of really rad people and some of the same people, in fact. So when that is out, I say check it out. How about you, Sage?
You can find me on Twitter, old_Fortran with an E. Anyway, look for Sage. Actually, wait, it doesn't work because I set my name to use black letter characters. So anyway, you'll find me somehow. I'm linked from all this stuff. I'm mostly on Twitter just endlessly laughing at Thanos Photoshopped to be David Foster Wallace, because I am like the exact intersection of those jokes. And every time I see it, I laugh all over again. And follow me on Twitter and you'll find stuff there. Cool, over to you, Epi. I am sorry. I am just Eric. I'm always
answer for Eric.
Epi. It's always Epi for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Thanks. So this has been my channel. I love doing this on Mondays. Keep on the Borderlands is one of my absolute favorite games to run. This week I got a couple of fun things I'm going to be doing that are new. Tomorrow I'm running Lady Blackbird for a bunch of people for the first time.
Nice.
Because a couple of people are out from normally run 5th edition at that time, but some people are out. So I'm getting some other strangers. We're playing on twitch.tv/offTheTable, aka it's Summer's channel. I'm going to be playing off_the_table. Just follow me on Twitter. You'll see the links to it and stuff like that. Yeah, so running Lady Blackbird. I'm going to be a player on Wednesday in a new Zweihander game, which I've never played. So that's going to be fun. I'm excited to dive into that system and see the differences between that and Warhammer 2nd Edition. Thursdays, I also play. I'm in a Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition game, which is fun. I'm actually in it with Lauren Danger. And then nice. Fridays, I'm going to be a player. I'm going to be a space farmer on a Firefly for Cortex Plus Firefly game over at Chromjack 21502.
Nice.
So we're doing that for a couple sessions.
How's that been going?
This is our first week. We're starting.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's Tales from the Big Damn Verse, so it's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I'm super excited about it. All right.
Rad.
Yeah. Okay. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the follows and everybody. It's always great that you enjoy the content of this channel, and we'll be back with more Torchbearer soon. So take care, everybody. Bye.
Yep.